Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
on the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield. This is Montana State Bobcat Basketball, brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality, Montana State University, Mountains and Mines, and by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
Well, it's feeling a little like a false spring out there. And you know what that means? We are nearing tournament time, and it is all on the line today as we get set for Montana State and Montana at the Brick this evening. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe as we get set for the 310th chapter of the Cat-Griz rivalry. It's Montana State University coming in at 12-15. They are 7-7 in conference play, and it is the University of Montana Grizzlies coming in at 19-8. They are 12-2 in conference play. They are the hottest team in the league, winning their last 8 ball games, and they are, for the first time this week, in sole possession of first place. All right, Brian, here we go. I mean, you don't need a ton to pump this game up, but we got a lot on the line with where the Cats are in terms of the standings, just a half game back of third place, while Montana trying to win a regular season title for the first time in 5 years.
Yeah, without question. I think the Cats have a lot on the line, an opportunity to be in third place heading into next week, and to split the series with your rival, where the Griz are trying to get to 20 wins, which is a big mark, and they're also trying to maintain that slim lead they've got in the conference standings.
Yes, speaking of wins, Coach Travis DeCure in his 11th season now 1 win away from tying the all-time program record, 4 wins set by Coach Dahlberg. So big opportunity for DeCure and for the Montana program and for Montana State. Look, I mean, this is a team that we've been talking about being on the cusp all season long. They're coming off 2 straight wins to get back to 500. They could get over 500 for the first time all year, and they are so close. We're starting to see some of that better late-game execution. We're seeing just a few modicums or crumbles of consistency from a couple of guys. It is just agonizingly close for this men's team right now.
Yeah, and it's felt that way for a while, but right now it's definitely the closest they've been. They've got 4 games left in the regular season, 2 here at home. They're 12-2 at home on the season. They've played really well in the Brick. Montana has kind of surprisingly, if you look at the numbers, had not really played all that well on the road. They're 5-7 on the road, and their 5 wins are all in conference play. So they're a team that's a little bit of a mystery as they leave Dahlberg Arena, but it's going to be a fun game tonight. Gold out. There's going to be a packed house. Should be awesome.
Well, yeah, the interesting thing, you kind of mentioned where Montana is, and, you know, for Montana State, they're probably a little bit better than their record, and for Montana, maybe they're not quite as good as their record. One of the ways to see that is in the records these two teams have in some of their close games. So Montana is 11-2 this year in games decided by 9 or fewer. Now, the 2 losses were against St. Thomas and at San Francisco, so 2 very good programs. On the other side, for Montana State, they are 3-11 in games decided by 7 or fewer points. So a lot of close losses for the Cats, a lot of close wins for the Grizzlies, and we'll see how that kind of plays itself out today.
Yeah, and I think that comes down to leadership, right? You've got Brandon Whitney on one side, who's a 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th year senior, whatever he is. You got the Priebe inside, a guy who's just bringing the heat and physical and tough. And for Montana State, they have spread leadership. They just don't have that guy who is dominated late game, although lately they've been playing well at the end of games, executing down the stretch and finishing games pretty well. And so are they about to turn that page and be ready for what's next and you know, get something going for sure to get them where they want to be?
Cats are right on the cusp of really kind of solidifying, staying out of that first day of the Big Sky tournament. Essentially, if they go 2-2 down the stretch, they should be good to go at the baseline. And really, these final 4 games for Montana State, the 2 toughest games of these next 4 are the next 2. Here against Montana, at Portland State on Thursday, where Portland State hasn't lost in conference play. So if the Bobcats get either this win or a win next Thursday, you're going to feel decently comfortable about the Bobcats getting that bye into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. And The other thing that a win today does is when you get into tiebreakers like with Idaho State or hopefully Idaho with a win in a couple weeks, all of a sudden where you went 1-1, you have to have a win against the top team in the league to break that tie. So obviously right now Montana's there. A loss would drop them into a tie with Northern Colorado, but you've got at least one of the top two teams as it sits right now you'd have a win against.
All right, well, it is all bunched up in the Big Sky standings this year. It is anybody's year, and we'll see if this Saturday night is a Bobcat evening. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get some Kendall Ford keys to the game. We'll get in our Mountain Hot Tub opposing team profile, and we'll get you caught up on the First Interstate Bank out-of-town scoreboard. And later, we're sitting down with head coach Matt Logie. It's the Bobcats and the Grizzlies, a classic evening at the Brick. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery, craft distilling award-winning spirits since 2014. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
We're back courtside at the Brick. It's Montana State and Montana, an age-old rivalry dating back to 1902. Montana State, in all that time, over 300 meetings, is 5 games under 500, 152 wins, 157 losses against the arch-rivals from over the hill. My name is Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe. Brian, let's dive into our Mountain Hot Tub opposing team profile and see why this Montana team is going to be in hot water today. Brought to you by Mountain Hot Tub. Mountain Hot Tub is Montana's largest hot tub dealer since 1979. Your authorized hot spring spa dealer with locations in Bozeman, Butte, and Helena. What do we got on the Grizzlies?
Well, I think the biggest thing that's kind of shocking for a team with 19 wins and 12 league wins is how poorly they statistically are on the road. They're 15 points worse in road games than they are at home. They give up 8% more from field goal percentage, and they're -7 when it comes to the glass on the road versus at home. And that's just weird, man. You just don't see a lot of teams in first place have that big a discrepancy. So when they're at home, they shoot the ball really, really well. The three-point shot is a problem. I think one of the things that hurt Montana State in the first matchup were bigs hitting threes. You know, Bridgeton didn't even hit any threes, but Sawyer hit a couple threes, and then blanking.
Malik Moore hit 3.
Malik Moore hit 3. And so they were just able to shoot the ball really well. I think that'll be interesting to see if it carries over. They also did a great job running ball screen action. Montana State had no answer for ball screen action, and at the end of the first half, Kai Johnson went off. He had a career high in that game. So a lot of things went right for Montana in Missoula. I almost liken it to the women's game. In Missoula, the Montana women played lights out and made it a really, really close game. And then we saw the truth of what that looked like here a couple hours ago. I'm hoping that the Bobcats can shed a little bit of that similar light and reveal some of Montana's weaknesses on the road.
Yeah, and look, it did turn into a 17-point lead for Montana early in that second half, but the Bobcats battled all the way back to a 3-point deficit late in that game, and then it once again came down to some of that late-game execution, a couple of careless turnovers, and the Bobcats ended up losing that game back on January 25th by 77-70, still tied for their most lopsided loss in conference play. Again, just 7 points. All right, let's get into our Kendall Ford keys to the game. What are you looking for as your keys tonight, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, defensively is where Montana State's going to win this game. They've got to hold the Griz under 70 points. On the road this season, Montana averages just a shade over 70 points, but that's the number they've got to hit, and they've got to do it by guarding ball screens well. Their ball screen coverage was a mess for about 6 minutes, and Montana went on an 18-7 run over those 6 minutes, and that was the difference come the end of the ball game. So defense is going to win you this game, and it's going to have a big part to do with ball screen action. And then on the offensive end, it's going to be about turnovers. They've got to take care of the ball. They got to be under 10 turnovers for the night. Their season average is just 10 turnovers, so they've done a great job of taking care of the ball, but they got to do it with spades tonight because you got to be efficient against Montana. They're a sneaky good defensive team, partially because they do such a good job on the glass, not giving up second shots.
Yeah, you know, you mentioned this Bobcat defense. It does feel like it has been a little bit underrated at times. Now, you did mention the struggle in that game against Montana, but the Bobcats holding conference opponents under 70 points per game, 31% from the three-point line. They were absolutely dynamic against Idaho State's offense in the first 7 minutes, allowing 2 points against the Bengals in their last game last Saturday. They should be one of the better defensive teams in the conference when it's all clicking.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely, and you made the phrase, when it's clicking, and that was the thing in Missoula. It was good for the majority of the first half, and then they just fell apart when they lost some coverage on some ball screens. Then they didn't get it back until middle of the second half, made the run, but it was just too much of a gap to make up. They need to be consistent from start to finish tonight and do what they need to do to get this done.
One of the greatest rivalries in sports. It's the Bobcats and the Grizzlies tonight. We're taking a break, coming back, getting you caught up on some of the other Big Sky scores presented by First Interstate Bank. Then we're sitting down with head coach Matt Logie. It's the Bobcats and the Grizzlies. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
World-class physicians, patient care that's second to none, the most advanced technology available. With a scorecard like that, you can trust Vance Thompson Vision to provide you with the best possible options for your vision. From LASIK to cataracts to everything in between, our surgeons and their teams root for their patients with as much dedication as diehard fans do for their favorite teams. Request your laser vision consultation from the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats. Visit VanceThompsonVision.com.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
I was diagnosed in 2010 with bipolar 1 disorder. It took me a while, but I had to surrender to that fact.
At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, we recognize mental health as the foundation of well-being. This is why we partner with advocates like Jason DeShaw and others who spread mental health awareness across the state and beyond.
I've learned that I cannot do this alone, that I have to reach outside of myself for help.
Learn more about Jason's story at bigblueskyyinitiativemt.com.
We're back courtside at the Brick. It's Montana State and Montana today. The women have already massacred a Grizzly at center court earlier today, building out as much as a 40-point lead against Montana in their 98-66 win earlier today. The men coming out onto the floor now behind the CATS Cats flags held by the Spirit Squad, and the Bobcats, the men, today for the first time wearing the gold basketball uniforms. All right, let's take a look at the First Interstate Bank out-of-town scoreboard. Couple of finals in the books. Northern Arizona has defeated Eastern Washington 87-67. NAU now 7-9, Eastern 6-9. Weber State beats Portland State at home by 2, 60-58. Blaze Threet had the game winner. So, Brian, Portland State now 8-7. The Bobcats are 7-7. They are a half game back of third place, going to Portland State on Thursday.
And hold the tiebreaker as we sit right now. So they're playing with house money when they go to Portland State if they win tonight.
Idaho State leading by 20 at home against Sac State, up 45-25. Idaho State also 7-7, so they're trying to keep pace with Montana State. If the Bobcats were to lose today, Idaho State more than likely then would jump over them. Northern Colorado trailing again. They are down. It's close. They're down 41-39 at home against Idaho with 24 seconds left in the first half. So a lot of action there. Idaho also 7-7, so Cats are right there with them.
Without question. It's so muddled in the middle. Little clarity today with Eastern Washington and AU, both with 9 losses. So Montana State, like you said, 2 wins is going to get them in that top group.
All right, the standings right now, Montana 12-2. They're in first place for the first time by themselves this year. Northern Colorado right behind them at 12-3, but trailing at the moment. Portland State 8-7 with their loss today. And then it's Montana State, Idaho, Idaho State, all at 7-7. Idaho State and Idaho currently leading. NAU has won today. They are 7-9. Eastern Washington has lost today. They are 6-9. Weber is 4-11, and Sac State is 3-11. So that's what's going on elsewhere around the Big Sky today. And for the women, their magic number to clinch a share of the Big Sky regular season title is down to 1, which means they can clinch a share on Thursday night when they are hosting Portland State here at the Brick. All right, we're taking a break. When we come back, we're sitting down with head coach Matt Logie as we get set for 2 eternal rivals. It's the Bobcats and the Grizzlies tonight from the Brick. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Savory veggie broth packed with flavor from tomatoes, peppers, onions, and spices. Enjoy loaded tortilla soup in a bowl or crunchy tortilla shell with your favorite protein and craveable toppings. That's right, the soup sensations fans have been raving about has returned. But not for long, so get it while it's hot. Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Order today at Qdoba.com or in the app.
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly.
That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times. Until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000. And in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
We're back on the pregame show, getting set for Cat Griz. It's Montana State and Montana from the Brick today. Keaton Gillogly alongside head coach Matt Logie. All right, Coach, had the Thursday off. How did you utilize some of the time, and how are the guys kind of rested up and ready to go for this rivalry game tonight?
Yeah, the great thing about this this setup is, it gives you a full week to prepare, so you get a little extra day off early in the week and then a slow ramp up and, get a chance to really hone in on what you're trying to accomplish and how you want to play. And, by the time the game gets here, I think all the players are sick of hearing us talk about it and sick of talking about it themselves, and it's time to tip it up.
All right, well, we'll just ask you to talk about it a little bit longer on this pregame show as we get set for the Bobcats and the Grizzlies. For this Montana team, they're coming in. They've won their last 8 straight ball games. They beat you guys as part of that streak. But just overall, what do they have rolling right now, and where are they really excelling?
Well, I think on the offensive side of the ball, they're playing really, really well, very efficient, shooting at a really high percentage, both from 2 and from 3. And so, we've got to find a way to get stops and force them into uncomfortable positions and not allow them to play, in rhythm because, they're doing a really good job of sharing the basketball and taking what the defense gives them.
Yeah, overall, it does seem, how balanced is this offense for Montana right now?
Yeah, they've got, always a trifecta of guards on the floor, whether, that's Kai Johnson as the third guy or Money Williams as the third guy, along with Moore and Whitney that, can all handle a basketball and make good decisions. And, a couple of those guys in Kai Johnson, Money Williams, and Malik Moore can really, create off the bounce and score in one-on-one situations. Whitney's really good attacking the rim as well. So, I've been saying for years, guards, really dictate a lot in college basketball, and, we've got to find a way to really pressure them, make them uncomfortable.
You mentioned Kai Johnson. He had the big game in the first meeting this year. He's been rolling since. That was really kind of a breakout game for him. What do you guys have to do differently? How do you slow down Kai Johnson tonight?
Well, I think, some of our breakdowns in the first half of the first game, related to knowing personnel and being disciplined with, technique and where we want the ball to go and where our help comes from. We didn't do a great job of that in the first half. In the second half, first time around, we did a much better job and therefore held them to 39% from the floor, which is the lowest, field goal percentage in a half that they've had, in quite some time. So, it's really about defensive discipline, knowing who you're guarding. We've done a good job covering their actions, but you got to guard the players. At the end of the day, it's players making plays.
Malik Moore, the transfer from Pepperdine, 13.5 points per game, coming off a 22-point performance in his last contest. What's Malik Moore bringing to the floor?
Well, just a high-level shooter. Obviously he can really shoot the three. He can do it off of screens, off of the move. And then he's capable of creating his own, especially in the mid-range, a step-back jump shot. So just a really efficient scorer and shooter, and somebody that you got to make, put the ball on the deck below the three-point line and not allow him to be comfortable.
All right, well, here we go. Gold Rush on the hardwood. What do you think of these threads? You liking the Gold Rush game today?
I like the throwbacks. Yeah, I like the throwbacks are, a nice, bright start to the evening, and I know this place will be rocking tonight.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Coach, appreciate the time and the insight.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we've got our starting lineups and tip-off for the 310th meeting between Montana State and Montana. For head coach Matt Logie, I'm Keaton Gillogly. This is Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
World-class physicians, patient care that's second to none, the most advanced technology available. With a scorecard like that, you can trust Vance Thompson Vision to provide you with the best possible options for your vision. From LASIK to cataracts to everything in between, our surgeons and their teams root for their patients with as much dedication as diehard fans do for their favorite teams. Request your laser vision consultation from the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats. Visit VanceThompsonVision.com.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock-bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape for pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild Series, and by First Interstate Bank, built for you. Go. Now turn it up. Turn it up. It's game time.
One hand slam. That was a ham. Got it to go. It's just that kind of night. Right corner three. Bang! Bang! This is the stuff that legends are made of. Gets it up for the win. Got it. Ball game over. Bobcats win. The Golden Bobcats continue their march. Montana State has done it.
We came here to win, and the best is yet to come.
Tip-off is just moments away from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
Oh, this old rivalry doesn't need much to get the juices flowing, but there is a ton on the line between the Bobcats and the Grizzlies, an eternal rivalry that will never quite be decided, but we've got a great battle tonight in the never-ending war between Montana State and Montana. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Gillogly, alongside Brian Priebe. Jesse Ropolato is our producer back in the studios. And before we get to our starting lineups, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State basketball.
AM 1450, KMMS, and K236CY Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
My name is Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe, and we all ready for one of the great rivalries in sports. Montana State and Montana ready to duke it out for the 310th time since 1902. All right, Brian, here we go. It's the Bobcats and the Grizzlies again today. We are tuned up and ready to go for what's going to be an awesome game of basketball. Great crowd tonight. This is why you work so hard in the summer.
No doubt about it. And these guys, they are juiced. I talked with the team earlier this morning, and you could just see the intensity sizzling at noon. They were so ready to play this game, especially after falling in Missoula a couple weeks ago. They want this as much as anybody wearing gold tonight.
And Montana wants it too. Let's not forget the Bobcats ended the Grizzlies season last year with that 25-point win in the Big Sky Tournament Championship game with a bid into the NCAA tournament on the line. It was Montana State that delivered the avalanche of Bobcat basketball to earn one of the defining wins in this 100-plus-year-old rivalry. Let's take a look at the starting lineups first for the Montana Grizzlies, led by 11th-year head coach Travis DeCure, who's had great success in Missoula over the last decade plus. Kai Johnson in the backcourt. He was the star of the show in the first meeting, the D2 transfer who went off for 25 points in the first Brawl of the Wild between these two teams. On the men's side, Malik Moore, the leading scorer. Joe Bridgen, one of their guys who's really their heart and soul. Brandon Whitney, the point guard, in his 5th year, playing in his 9th Cat Griz game. He is 4-4 against the Bobcats. And then Tajon Sawyer, who is coming off one of his best games of the year when he went 7 of 9 from the field with 17 points in the win against Weber State last Saturday. On the other side, for the Bobcats, Bryce Zephyr starts at the point guard position. Tyler Patterson and Max Ogbong-Polo in the backcourt, along with Sam Lekelot and Brandon Walker in the front court. Under now second-year head coach Matt Logie, he went 1-2 against the Grizzlies last year, lost the first meeting in a tight decision, and now we're ready to go today. And Tyler Patterson, one of the enduring names during one of the great runs of Bobcat basketball. Also his 9th game against the Griz. He is 4-4 in his career.
No doubt about it. These guys, they want this game for a million different reasons. And each one of them is probably a little bit different as to what takes priority, but there is no doubt this means everything to everybody.
Bobcats on the men's side for the first time ever wearing these throwback gold uniforms. So our first gold rush on the hardwood. It was a phenomenal atmosphere with over 4,100 plus for the women's game, which was an absolute blowout. And now we are packed to the rafters at the Brick, getting ready to go. The Bobcats in the gold uniforms with the royal blue lettering and numbers on the front and the back, while the Grizzlies are in that maroon. We are ready to go. The two most electrifying syllables in Montana. It's Cats and Griz. We're ready to go. It's the Bobcats and the Grizzlies. The ball is tossed in the air, and the tip is won by the Montana State Bobcats. They move from right to left. Bryce Zephyr angles into the lane, stops on the block, bounce pass down to Brandon Walker. Back to the basket, spins, had his pocket pick. Kai Johnson got in there and takes it away. Thrown ahead to Malik Moore as Montana settles it in. They carry an 8-game winning streak into the Brick. They are the hottest team in the Big Sky, and frankly, it's not close right now. Brandon Whitney takes it to the right wing, gets down to the right block, picks up the dribble and bounces into the lane. Sawyer goes up, and he gets blocked. Sam Lekelot with the rejection underneath. The Bobcats come the other way in a scoreless game in the first 45 seconds. To the left corner, a 3-ball. In and out from Patterson, and the rebound won by Montana. Grizzlies from left to right. Handoff out of the right wing. Off to the left corner. Bridgen takes it up to the top. Handoff for Moore. Pulls up at the elbow. His jumper is no good, but Patterson got him on the wrists. And a foul on Tyler Patterson, his first.
Yeah, pretty easy call right there. Bobcat early defense on ball screen action, much, much better than it was in Missoula. You can see they're being really decisive. Guards are going over the top on every screen. The big is helping, but not switching as they've done most of this year. A lot of switching on ball screens.
Malik Moore pours in the first free throw of the day, the first point of the day. Moore transferring from Pepperdine, a third-year junior. 13.5 points per game this season. Knocks down that free throw. First 2 points of the night. Grizzlies lead the Bobcats 2-0, 18:50 to go, first half. Patterson up at the top. Lob down to Brandon Walker. He's had some good numbers in this head-to-head matchup over the last year and a half. Handoff for Zephyr. Works his way down to the left block, working on Brandon Whitney. Angles into the lane. Lob underneath, too high, and he turned it over, overthrowing Brandon Walker. Grizzlies from left to right. Brandon Whitney down to the left block. Kick out to Sawyer. His top side 3. It's good. hit one of those in the first meeting back in January. 5-0 lead for Montana, 18-20 to go first half.
Yeah, and Sawyer's been much more of a threat here this year from behind the arc than in his first 2 years in maroon.
Out to the right wing, Sam Lekalot has the dribble, gives it to Ogbong Polo, lost it, recovers, down in the right corner. Ogbong Polo backing it down on the right baseline, working his way inside, got stripped as he went up. Goes down as he stepped on the basketball. He's okay getting back up as Kai Johnson goes to the rack, lays it up, and got it to go around the outstretched arms of Sam Lekalot. Kai Johnson his first 2 points after he had the 25-point performance in that first meeting.
And Cats' offense right now is their detriment. 2 turnovers have led to 2 Grizzly layups. They make it 3.
Zephyr loses it. It's out of bounds. We've got a whistle. And it is staying with Montana State. 17:40 to go, first half. Quick substitution to bring in Jay Mullins and Patrick McMahon now. McMahon was phenomenal in that first meeting with 18 points. Jay Mullins has been the hottest of hands for the Bobcats over the last 3 or 4 weeks.
And the Cats will go small right away. They'll move Ogbong Polo to the 4 spot, play a couple of point guards out here together, see if they can get some continuity going offensively.
Bobcats in a hole early, down 7-0 against the Grizzlies. 17.5 to go in the first, and Bryce Zephyr cracks the goose egg. Works his way down to the Big Sky logo and uses a little floater. First 2 points for Bryce Zephyr. The Bobcats down 7-2.
Yeah, guard-on-guard ball screen. Got Zephyr open, got him into the paint. Can Montana State build off of that?
Bounce pass down to Pridgeon against Mullins. Kick out, Johnson, left corner 3 ball. That's good. 3's falling early. Kai Johnson picking up where he left off. He's got 5 early scores. 10-2, Grizzlies leading.
Got to weather the storm. They're hitting shots early, but you can't shoot 75% for a full game.
Down to Brandon Walker in the right baseline. Puts it up over Sawyer. No good. Good defense by Tajon Sawyer. He's a big body underneath, and Montana clears the rebound quickly. Moore turns the corner and kicks it out. Back to Moore up at the top. Around to Johnson, right wing. Bounce down to the right baseline. Pridgeon drives on Walker. Bounce along the baseline. Here's Sawyer for 3. That's no good. Walker wins the rebound. The Bobcats get a stop, trailing by 8 with the ball. 16.5 to go first half. Walker with the dribble out on the left wing. Gives to Mullins. Back to Walker. Turns right around a screen. Still out at the three-point line. Gives back to Mullins. He drives from the left wing. Stops on the baseline. Pump fake spins. Jumper. No. Rebound Montana. Grizzlies pushing a bit. Bobcats get back. Pridgeon weaves out to the left wing and sets it up. Handoff. Moore. A 3. No good. Flat. And Brandon Walker an athletic rebound.
I like this. Cats slow it down now. Get a set action and get the shot you want here coming off of this 10-2 run by Montana to start.
McMahon takes it to the top of the key, down to the elbow, spins into the lane, backing down on Pridgeon, goes up with the left hand and draws the foul. Pat McMahon will go to the line where he's been getting to quite frequently, particularly last week at 14 free throws in the 2 games last week, and he'll head to the line. When we come back, the Grizzlies land the first punch in this heavyweight bout. 15:51 to go first half. Grizzlies leading the Bobcats 10-2. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape. For pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 15 minutes, 51 seconds to go in the first half. Grizzlies lead the Bobcats 10-2. And one of the great traditions in this rivalry, the 300-pound hunk of bronze, the Great Divide Trophy, is carried out into the middle of the floor now with a bunch of members of the Bobcat football team. Always a great troll. Whoever wins it brings it out for the Cat Griz basketball game.
Yeah, and it's been a home-and-home series the last few goes. And right now at home, Montana State basketball got to take care of the rock. 3 early turnovers have given Montana the lead that they now hold. The turnovers have led directly to points. They got 5 points off turnovers. Montana State got to take care of the basketball, get back on D, and lock this up. We said you got to hold them under 70. You got to keep your turnovers under 10. Well, right now, neither of those are on pace.
Patrick McMahon going to the line. Last weekend went 11 of 14 from the stripe in the 2 games. So good to see Patrick McMahon getting himself to the line lately. First free throw is good. McMahon this year, 75% from the stripe. The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohls.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. Next free throw is good. McMahon hits them both. Bobcats trailing 10-4. 15:51 to go, first half.
That might be a big foul, too, because it was on Pridgen, and I just think he's such a heart and soul guy for this team. For him to be in foul trouble would be a huge benefit for the Bobcats.
Money Williams is into the game. He alley-oops it up to the top. Judkins makes a catch. He's in trapped in deep. Gets it off to Kai Johnson. He works his way down to the right block, spins left shoulder, and draws the foul. The pump fake got Pat McMahon up into the air. McMahon took the worst of it. And McMahon has his first foul of the game, and Kai Johnson will go to the stripe, the transfer from Western Washington, where he scored 1,100 points in his 3-year career.
And a guy who was doing not a lot until all of a sudden he came out of the closet against Montana State the other game in Missoula, and he has been tearing it up ever since.
Yeah, he went 11 of 18 from the field, scored 25 points without a 3-point field goal. Went 0 for 3 from deep. Second free throw's no good after he hit the first. This one pinballed around and won by Montana. Kick out to the top. Moore misses a 3. Foul on the floor going after the board, and it's going the other way, called against Montana, and that is Amari Judkins, one of the guys who is limited in his minutes off the bench. First foul on Judkins, the Green Bay transfer.
Boy, and I'll tell you right now, this is a physical game. I
Surprise.
mean, every drive, every screen, every rebound, bodies are flying all over the place. Bobcats need to get their offense going. They got the ball right here. Time to execute and get something easy.
Bounce pass to Pat McMahon. It got tipped but recovered. McMahon down to the elbow, down to the left block. From behind, Whitney came in, got a hand on it, kick it out. Zephyr to the free throw line, leans in with a runner, and got it to go. Zephyr turned down a chance to get it to Mullins for an open 3. Still found his safe space in the middle of the lane and completes it for the second field goal of the day. Pass up to the top for Money Williams as Montana sets it up, leading by 5. Handoff for Johnson out on the left wing near the sideline. Working on Zephyr, trying to turn the corner. Stops, leans in, floats up, got it to go. Crafty finish by Kai Johnson, who has 8 points already.
Yeah, and if you give him an inch, he is going to give you an up fake or 2.
B.J. Cawley blocked and fouled from behind. McMahon found him underneath. Austin Patterson got up and committed the foul. Patterson's first. B.J. Cawley going to the line, where he is 12 of 17 this year.
Yeah, and the Bobcats better offensively here over these last 3 possessions, but now they've had some wrinkles defensively. Kai Johnson's gotten into the paint 2 times in a row, has got someone off the ground, made one free throw, and then just finished on the last possession.
First free throw is good for B.J. Cawley. Also transferring over from Western Washington, where Kai Johnson came from. Cawley, a 4th-year junior. Sky's the limit for Cawley as he continues to get better and better. Had some injury problems over at Western Washington. Next free throw is good. He's got 2 points. Bobcats down 13-8, 14:30 to go. First half has not been a great start for the Cats, but still close early on. Up to the top. Here's Money Williams down to the mid-post. Kick out to the left wing. Kai Johnson works his way into the lane, going to the rack, and he lays it in. That's what he did, to the tune of 25 points in that first meeting. Already 10 for Kai Johnson in the first 6 minutes tonight.
Yeah, and that's just unacceptable. Montana State gets caught in rotation. In transition, B.J. Cawley ends up on Kai Johnson. That's not the matchup anyone wants.
Cawley with the dribble at the top, bounce pass underneath. McMahon gets down to the left block, pump fake, puts it up, and it's knocked out of bounds. He had a little bit of a bump. He got the defender to bite on the shot fake. Then he didn't go immediately up. If he did, he's drawing a foul there, but instead it's out of bounds. Bobcats inbound with 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, and there was a little fade to his shot, too, so he didn't take it right at the defender.
And now we got a foul on the floor before McMahon floated it home. That foul goes on Kai Johnson, his first. And the Bobcats will re-inbound this time with 20 seconds on the clock.
Boy, they'd have liked that call on the last play. Not that one. Is right there. McMahon had a lane to the rim.
Into McMahon. Just inside the arc on the right side. He's getting a lot of usage on this trip down the floor. McMahon into the lane, turns, hooks it, too strong. Cawley tips it in the air. Montana wins the rebound. Brandon Whitney takes it into the front court. Fifth-year senior. Crosses over on Zephyr, spins down to the restricted area, kick it out. Jenkins throws to Austin Patterson, the Sac State transfer. Then to Money Williams. She's been very up and down. His overall numbers, though, looking good this year. Handoff for Kai Johnson. Working on Ogbong Polo. Steps up for a long two. The heat check, no good. Foul on Montana as Jay Mullins took a hand to the face from Amari Jenkins. Second foul on Jenkins. 13 minutes, 18 seconds to go first half. Grizzlies lead the Bobcats 15-8. Brian Garacki checking in for the first time today. Ogbong Polo to the bench.
Cats could really use Garacki outburst here. We know what he's capable of. We watched it the entirety of last season and even at times here in the first half this year, but he has been silent for the last few weeks and is due to have a game where he contributes to his team scoring.
Garacki has not scored in 4 consecutive games. McMahon from the top down to the mid-post. Pivoting, turning, hooking, rimming. No, missed the shot. And the rebound corralled by Montana. The Bobcats starting 2 of 8 from the field tonight, trailing 15-8. 12:57 to go first half. Grizzlies getting organized to our right. Money Williams throws into the post. Sawyer back to the basket against Cawley. Goes up with the right hand and finishes. Tajon Sawyer with a big finish. He's got 5. Bobcats getting a little bullied right now.
They are getting bullied. That's a great way to describe it. They're getting out physical, kind of out toughed right now. They got to step up.
Zephyr turns the corner to the free throw line, down to the right block. Has the dribble with his back to the basket. Turns, hooks it up with the left hand, and kisses it off the window. It's the only shot that's fallen. Bobcats have 3 field goals, all from Bryce Zephyr in the middle of the lane with that little left-handed push shot.
Yeah, all just little 6-foot floaters in there. Montana State offense got to get rolling.
Moore into the lane, draws the foul on Garacki before the shot. So the shot went in. They're going to take that off the board. Brian Garacki picks up the first foul of his evening. Or no, they gave it to Mullins?
They did give it to Mullins. Should have been on Garacki for sure.
It was definitely Garacki. There it is. Okay, they just corrected it.
Yeah, they look a lot alike.
Yeah. Mullins has the better beard.
Definitely. But that foul was a good foul by Brian right there. Take away an easy drive. It was going to be another deuce.
Brandon Whitney working on Jed Miller, who just checked in. Pivots, hooks it. Good and one. Jed Miller picks up the foul. Brandon Whitney scores it. Going to the line, trying to add and complete a 3-point play. Let's step aside. Bobcats on their heels against the Grizzlies at home. From the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, 12 minutes to go in the first half. Grizzlies lead the Bobcats 19-10. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
Intermountain Health, with 2 clinic locations in Bozeman, is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 12 minutes to go in the first half. The Grizzlies are leading the Bobcats 19-10 with another free throw coming. Brian, this has been all Montana in the first 8 minutes.
Yeah, the first 4 minutes were turnovers that they forced for buckets on the other end. The next 4 minutes has been points in the paint. Montana now up 10-6 points in the paint. Bobcats don't have anything else going other than those 3 shots by Montana State. But Montana is just out physicaling the Bobcats right now.
Kai Johnson has more field goals than Montana State has as a team. Johnson 10 points, 4 of 5 from the field. Bobcats have 10 total points. They are 3 of 9 from the field. And again, Brandon Whitney going to the line. 5th-year senior. Has not been to the NCAA tournament, and he had his opportunity denied in the championship game last year. First, the free throw is good. It was his only free throw, completing the 3-point play, and the Bobcats find themselves facing a double-digit deficit with about 12 minutes to go in the first half, trailing 20-10. Big possession now. They're all big possessions midway through this first half. Garacki takes it to the elbow, lobs underneath. Walker lays it up, no. Second try, good, and 1. Could have called a foul the first time, let him get the offensive rebound, then put it home. Money Williams picks up the foul thanks to a shove in the back, and Brandon Walker will try to complete a 3-point play.
Yeah, the Cats are fortunate right there because there was clearly some contact on that first attempt by Sawyer, but then Money Williams picks up the cheapie coming in from behind, and Brandon Walker, if he can convert here, gets the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Well, credit Brandon Walker, too. Look, you go up, you're down, you got fouled, didn't get the call. Didn't pout, went up, grabbed the rock, put it back in. Free throw's no good. Montana grabs the rebound. Cats down by 8. Grizzlies with the ball. 11:40 to go, first half.
The other thing Montana State's not been able to do is get any looks from 3.
Whitney slices inside and has an easy layup. 5 points now for Brandon Whitney. Cats back down by 10.
And 5 straight by Brandon Whitney, both back-to-back possessions.
Mullins off a screen, turns the corner, gets down underneath. Nearly got tied up, just has to get rid of it. Walker makes a contested catch, then floats it up short. Got his own board, back up and in. Boy, the want-to from Brandon Walker underneath. 4 straight points for Walker.
Yeah, he's showing some heart right there. Back-to-back possessions. The Cats need more of that from more guys.
Sawyer has it out high. And then a foul away from the ball, and Brian Garacki just picked up his second.
Yeah, easy call right there. Garacki didn't move his feet. He just kind of grabbed him and made it easy on the official.
McMahon to the bench. Garacki to the bench. Ogbong, Polo, and Patterson onto the floor. Frustration for Brian Garacki. The numbers aren't great. Last 4 games, no points, 0 of 11 from the field.
Yeah, been a tough sled for him in February, but right now the Cats got to worry about getting a stop and converting some things offensively on back-to-back possessions.
Whitney has it at the top, crosses over down to the left block, floats it up, rimming no. Fight for the rebound, won by Joe Pridgeon and the Grizzlies. Out to Whitney in the left corner. Takes it to the wing. Turns the corner to the free throw line, into the lane, stops. Handoff, Sawyer, floats it up and in. Tejon Sawyer finishing inside. The points in the paint have been dominant for the Grizzlies to start tonight. They're up 24-14.
Yeah, 14-10 in the paint.
10:20 to go in the first half. To Walker in the middle of the lane. Spins, Steps through, up with the right hand, and finishes. What an acrobatic finish with the right hand by Brandon Walker, who's got 6.
And the only guy who's got anything going offensively right now is Brandon Walker.
Now Whitney against Miller down to the right block. Wants to get rid of it and does to Pridgeon. Handoff for Kai Johnson. He slices to the free throw line, pulls up the mid-range J. No good. Bobcat rebound. Finally got to stop and deterred the drive by Kai Johnson. Ogbong Polo ahead of steam to the cup, lays it good. They're going to count it. It was goaltending, went in anyway. Max Ogbong Polo, that's what he can do. Well, he is as big and long, as athletic as anybody in the league. Had a big slashing take by Ogbong Polo.
Yeah, really nice in transition. That's where he's at his best. Cats can get a third straight stop. They can get this thing into more of a normal margin type game.
Right now down by 6. Grizzlies with the ball. Huge possession now. Pridgeon down to the right block. Cut off by Ogbong Polo. Gets into a posting situation. Hops into the lane. Scoops it up and in. Joe Pridgeon finishing underneath his first 2 points.
That's just toughness right there. He just said, I'm going to take it right at you. And Ogbong Polo couldn't stop it.
Walker down to the left block. Posts up against Sawyer. Draws a double team. Still has it. Kick out to Mullins. Lets the 3 fly. Got it. Oh, what a sweet sound. A brick bursting off a 3 by Jabe Mullins.
Cats made 5 of their last 5 shots. If they can get some stops, they can cut into this 5-point lead.
Malik Moore looking for room, has to back it out, picked up by Patterson. Takes it to the left elbow now, steps up for a long 2. That's no good. Fight for the rebound, tipped by Patterson to Jed Miller. Here comes Montana State in the gold home unis. Trailing by 5 now. Miller had his pocket picked, tips it out and saves it. Walker at the top to the elbow. Throws back to Miller, around to Patterson. He works his way to the free throw line, out to Ogbong Polo. Open 3-ball, book it. Back to back from downtown. Mullins and Ogbong Polo. We got a 1-possession game after a pair of Wendy's 3-pointers.
Cats, 6 straight makes, 6-0 run, and they got the fans here on their feet.
Oh, this is what the rivalry's all about. 8 minutes to go first half. Grizzlies with the ball in a 2-point lead. Pridgeon can't get it to Johnson thanks to the defense from Mullins. Up to Moore, 5 to shoot. Moore underneath. Pridgeon blocked. Brandon Walker said, not in my house. And we got a timeout on the floor. The Bobcat defense stepping up. Mullins and Ogbong Polo with the downtown darts. We got a ball game. We're stepping aside for the first Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:59 to go in the first half. Grizzlies 26, Bobcats 24. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
Hitting the road? When you download the Fuel Forward app, you save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up at Conoco stations. Because that's what the app does. A simple, straightforward way to keep you moving forward. Fuel Forward. 20 cents is a combined savings of 5 cents every day off per gallon, plus an extra 15 cents off per gallon for first-time users up to 30 gallons. Offer valid once for a new Fuel Forward app user through 6/30/2025. Participating locations only.
Town Pump is a proud sponsor of this Brawl the Wild rivalry series between Montana State University and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump as the crowd applauds the wonderful effort of the Bobcat dance team. 7:59 to go in the first half. Grizzlies lead the Bobcats 26-24. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Grizzlies getting ready to inbound the basketball after a Brandon Walker block. Brian, Grizzlies land the first haymaker. Bobcats have battled back. We got a ball game.
Yeah, Cats last 4 minutes, knocked down their first 2 threes to get some momentum. Got a couple stops. They're on a 10-2 run right now, and they've made 6 straight. That's how you play offense, but it's combined by the defense doing its job on the other end. And so can they defend these last 2.1 seconds, get another stop, and now go for the tie or lead?
And Montana State was really struggling to keep Kai Johnson and Brandon Whitney out of the paint. I mean, they had some layup line type layups in those first few minutes.
Oh, without question. And then you add in a couple Pridgeon offensive rebounds, and it was just not the way the Cats have played defensively, but they have definitely rebounded here, and now have got to build on that, keep the momentum rolling, and find a way to get a lead.
And what a crowd tonight. I mean, if you've been to the Brick, those little kind of triangle corners on either side are the only spots where there's a few smattering of empty seats. It is packed to the gills. Montana inbound, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Monty Williams into Moore, contested jumper. Good! Ooh, what a shot, Malik Moore. My goodness.
And that's what he does. He gets paid to make jump shots, and they get him open enough. Jed Miller was right there. It wasn't like he had a lot of space. Thought he did a nice job.
Mullins just kind of heaves it up, missed the shot. Montana the rebound and out on the run. Moore into the lane, tapers off. Patterson got the deter to the top. Monty Williams, range of 3. Careful if Monty Williams gets going, he can get as hot as anybody in the league. Patterson, the response. Bang! Tyler Patterson putting it home in the left corner. They will review, but Patterson puts it home.
Good response, but the defense has got to maintain consistency, and right now the Cats have had a couple of possessions of lack D.
Into Pridgeon, he makes a contested catch and finishes down to the right block. Pridgeon now with 4 points. He will be returning it next year for his 6th and final year. Just announced that last week. Bobcats trailing 33-27, 6:50 to go, first half. And Ogbong Polo has his pocket picked. A bad turnover by Montana State. We've said that a couple of times today. Johnson throws it around to the left wing. Moore sets it up. Crossing over, down to the left baseline on Walker. Great defense out to Pridgeon. Back to Moore. Puts it up from 3, and it's good. Malik Moore, 7 early points. The shots are falling for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and Ogbong Polo just afraid of getting beat off the dribble. Gives too much room for the second time to a shooter and gets a 3 knocked down in his eye.
Walker spins into the lane, floats it up, missed it left. Didn't really get close enough to the rim. The Grizzlies cleared the rebound, leading 36-27. 6:05 to go, first half. Monty Williams steps back, right wing 3 is open, missed it. Rebound won by Montana State as Jed Miller was tying up Joe Pridgeon. That's a tough matchup for Miller. He's giving up some size. Cats setting it up. They're down by 9 with the ball. Walker down on the left block, backing in and backing down, gets himself into the paint, takes an extra step and lays it in. Was that not an extra step?
No.
I guess not.
He was legal there,
All right.
But the Cats, they come out of that timeout, give up 4 straight makes and a quick little 10-0 run, and now they're having to come back from behind again.
And timeout called by Montana with 5:30 to go, 5 minutes, 32 seconds to go in the first half. Grizzlies 36, Bobcats 29. Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. They're going to go back and take a look at that. Tyler Patterson 3, see if his toe was on the line. Currently it was a 3 on the board, so Cats could lose a point here based on the review, but massive game. Cats at 7-7. Montana first place for the Big Sky. They've won 8 straight, and the Grizzlies have looked like a first-place team today.
They have. They came out and asserted themselves. They threw the first couple haymakers. Montana State absorbed the body blows. They threw a couple back, but the Grizz come out of a timeout and do it again. And that's what the Cats are going to have to do, is maintain the consistency of the intensity and the physicality that they're going to need. And they have done that not well enough so far. That has them down 7. Not insurmountable by any stretch, but not where you want to be.
And, you know, we said it, Logie said it in the pregame show, like the Bobcats need to win this game with their defense in a lot of ways. They've already allowed Montana to shoot 58% from the field. The Bobcats have a defense that is good enough to slow down a team like Montana. Montana's very good, and on this 8-game winning streak, they're scoring over 80 points per game. So, you know, they can score with anybody. But this Bobcat defense has a great ceiling, and we have seen it. You got to do it for a full game.
Well, and the problem is Right now the turnover battle is 4-zip. All 4 turnovers led to buckets, so it's 8-0, and you're down 7. It's the Montana State offense that's making the Montana State defense look bad.
That's an excellent nuance. Sam Leichel into the game with B.J. Cawley, Pat McMahon, Tyler Patterson, and Bryce Zephyr. Montana with the basketball to our right. Money Williams hops into the lane, gets the rack, lays it good, but they call it no. He traveled. Wow. That was a heck of a finish, but kind of hopped, stopped, then took that extra step.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think Money Williams might take a little issue with it.
Patterson lays it home. Ah, the rarest of sights. He almost dunked that.
I was going to say, you got to give him credit for a dunk.
That was not a dunk. He let that out of his hands before. He did not touch the rim. Could have, but he did not. 5-point deficit for the Bobcats. Grizzlies with the ball. I don't know that Tyler Patterson has a dunk in his career.
That's as close as he's been, I'll promise you.
Moore out on the left wing, takes it to the elbow, pulls up for the jumper, and drew the foul. That's exactly what he was trying to do. He felt Patterson on his hip, and once he got tight enough, went up, and Patterson just picked up his second foul.
Yeah, just too easy of a call right there. Not a smart play by the 6-year senior, 7th-year senior, 8th-year senior, whatever. He feels like he's been here.
5.
He's only 5?
Yep. He's just played in every game. Remember, he had the 147 games played streak snapped when he hurt his shoulder in January. First free throw's good. Patterson takes a seat. He is 4-4 all-time against the Grizzlies, including that championship win last year where he hit the big 3 that gave the Bobcats the lead for good. Moore knocking it down. He's got 9. 38-31, Grizzlies leading. 4:51 to go in the first half. Bobcats with the ball to our left. B.J. Cawley has it. Handoff for McMahon at the top. Takes it to the elbow, right side, then backs it out beyond the arc. Give it to Cawley with a bounce pass. Down to McMahon, the post against Kai Johnson. Back to the basket, back and in. Had it knocked free, and Moore steals it again. 5th turnover by the Bobcats.
And turnovers have been just the death for Montana State here in the first half.
Cats average fewer than 10 per game. Money Williams misses the free throw line jumper. Rebound is loose and won by the Bobcats. MSU trying to push it potentially with numbers. Couldn't quite get down there. Zephyr into the lane. Floats it up and draws the foul. Got smoked on the arm by Austin Patterson, who's upset. Second foul on Austin Patterson, but clear as day. 4:09 to go in the first half. Cats trailing 38-31. Bryce Zephyr going to the line.
And again, Bryce Zephyr's been able to get to his spot. He's been able to get to the middle of the paint and get good looks at the rim right there. He draws fouls. He's got 3 makes right there. Got to keep that rolling.
Missed the free throw. Know what's below? Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana, 811.org.
You'd never believe this, but Montana State is actually shooting a higher percentage right now than Montana. The turnovers just don't make it feel that way as Montana has extra shots.
Next free throw is good for Zephyr. Cats have taken 21 field goal attempts. Montana has taken 25. 38-32, Montana State trailing against Montana. 4 minutes to go in the first half. We've got a stoppage coming at the next whistle. Whitney, bounce pass underneath. Pridgeon draws the foul. B.J. Cawley got his arm caught inside. Easy call. Cawley picks up his first. Pridgeon going to the line. We're going to a break. From the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, 3 minutes, 54 seconds to go in the first half. Grizzlies lead the Bobcats 38-32. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy, I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits since 2014. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
Ready to build your brand?
Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that's second to none. Experienced doctors and advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. 3 minutes, 54 seconds to go in the first half. Grizzlies lead the Bobcats 38-32. Grizzlies have a couple of free throws coming up. And look, Brian, Montana's played better to this point, but still a decently close game. And by no means, really, have the Bobcats fallen behind too far yet.
No, actually, they've been right there. They're shooting the ball well enough. They're defending for the most part, pretty well. But Montana just has out-physicaled them, out-toughed them a little bit. They've gotten to the free throw line a couple extra times, and it's just been the turnovers. And the turnovers have seemed to come from Montana's physicality in and around the basket, double teams on penetration. And the Bobcats just haven't quite responded the way you'd like, but they are not by any means in a position where they can't come back and even be ahead at halftime, much less win the game.
First free throw is good for Joe Priebe, who's only 56% from the stripe this year. The turnovers have been an interesting storyline for the Bobcats. They're first in the conference with the fewest per game, the 10 per game. However, they have had some really crucial turnovers at really crucial times as Priebe knocks down the second free throw. I mean, in a lot of ways, that was one of the things Coach Logie pointed to in the loss at Montana back in late January.
Without question, and they right now, the Bobcats, they also force a lot of turnovers, and they've only forced one thus far tonight, and so that's not characteristic either.
McMahon, a smooth stroke from two, just inside the arc on the left wing. Pat McMahon with his first field goal make. Overall 4 points. Cats down by 6. Grizzlies with the ball. 3:25 to go first half. Whitney has the calm dribble up at the top. Experienced point guard. Throws around to Money Williams on the left wing. Back up to Whitney at the top. Out to Moore on the right wing. Then to Whitney left side. Driving a kick. Williams lets it fly, and it's good. Money Williams from deep. His second three ball of the night, and it's back to a 9-point lead for the Grizzlies.
And the Grizzlies are getting matchups they want, using ball screens that are guard on guard. And once they find the matchup they want, then that's what they attack and exploit.
Zephyr pivoting out on the left elbow. Gets it down to B.J. Cawley. Back out to Zephyr at the top. Given to Cawley. To Mullins. Mullins slipped, kept the dribble, gives it to McMahon, 5 to shoot. McMahon into the lane, kick out, Mullins, left corner three ball. That's no good. Rebound tipped and won by Montana, and the Grizzlies have a chance to build a double-digit lead.
Yeah, Cats defense again has got to step up and ring the bell, keep Montana off the board, keep their offense in it.
Whitney throws it up to the top. Money Williams now takes it inside with a spin move, stops, jumper, no. The Bobcats have the rebound, trailing by 9. Zephyr weaves to the free throw line and had it taken away. Pridgeon's by himself. Lekalot trailing, and Pridgeon lays it in and then looks at the official as if he got hit, but he did not. And the Bobcats now down by 11. McMahon into the lane, goes right to the rack and lays it in with the left hand. Good quick take. Pat McMahon with 6 points.
Yeah, the Cats have had a pretty good response when things don't go well, but the turnovers are just inexcusable. 6 for 10 points thus far, and that's the difference.
And a foul. B.J. Cawley got beat by Joe Priebe. Cawley just hugged him. Second foul on Cawley. Walker and Garacki onto the floor. 1:42 to go first half. Grizzlies leading 45-36.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting locker room at Montana State side at halftime here, because there's just a lot you don't like about body language and communication and things like that, much less the execution and the turnovers and whatever it might be. And I have a feeling this might be a pretty riled up locker room here in about 2 minutes.
So Pridgeon going to the line, looking to extend the lead. The free throw is good. take another. Yeah, it's an interesting case for Big Sky Player of the Year this season. You know, Montana's in first place. I don't know who you would vote for off of this team because it's been so balanced. Northern Colorado's in second place. You go Langston Reynolds or Isaiah Hawthorne. Next free throw, no good. Bobcat rebound. But it's going to be a fascinating discussion over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, it absolutely will. And it just doesn't feel like one of the first place teams has got a guy that stands out. Pridgeon's the guy I'd vote for if I was looking at Montana.
This one, we've got a whistle and a foul underneath. Tajon Sawyer picks up his first. Free throws coming for Montana State, trailing 46-36. Yeah, you're right. It's going to be tough. So if you don't vote somebody off one of those top 2 teams, then where do you go?
Yeah, I don't think they're – I mean, the leading scorer in the league is a guy you could go with, but his team's in 6th place. Honestly, the best player in the league, without question in my mind, is Blaze 3.
First free throw is good for Pat McMahon. Yeah, you've got Blaze 3, but he's on the 9th place team.
Exactly.
They did just beat Portland State today. And then it's Dylan Darling on the 500 team at Idaho State.
Yeah, you're just looking at 2 guys that are at least the most impactful guys on the statistical side. But I just, the Big Sky almost always votes the best player on the best team. And so you got to think either Montana or Northern Colorado are getting it based on the next 4 games.
Pat McMahon having a nice night. Bobcats trailing by 8. Sawyer swatted away. Sheridan Sam said, no. What a block.
Yes, I like Sam as a matchup against the Montana Bigs. He's not quite as thick, but his extra length and his timing blocking shots, he's already got 2 tonight, makes a difference around the rim.
Still got to play defense, 10 to shoot. Whitney to the right elbow as we approach the final minute of the first half with the Grizzlies up 8. Johnson on the drive against Garacki, leans in, left it short. Fight for the rebound, won by Kai Johnson. He's doubled and kicks it out. Sawyer tries a 3, got it. 6 of 10 from 3. The Grizzlies raining it from downtown in the first half.
Yeah, Monty Williams and Tayshawn Sawyer both 2 for 3. There's 4 of your 6 makes. And Montana State gives up another one off a offensive rebound.
And Garacki has it tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bobcats. 39 seconds left in the first half. Grizzlies 49, Bobcats 38. Patterson jumps in, and Garacki takes a seat so the Bobcats get a little more shooting. Mullins will inbound underneath his own basket. Big possession, trying to get it back to single digits. Into Patterson, throws back out. Walker thought about a 3, works on Johnson, takes it inside, spins, banks, good. Brandon Walker, decisive, getting to double figures. He's got 10. Bobcats down 49-40. 26 seconds to go in the first half. About a second differential between the clocks.
Huge possession, just psychologically, being down single digits. Get a stop. You might even have a chance to go score, but you have to get a stop here.
Whitney takes it over to the left wing, 10 to shoot. Ending the first half. Whitney out on the left sideline, works his way into the lane. Kick out to the right corner. Sawyer again. That's no good. Bobcats have the rebound. 2 seconds and then 1. Mullins out to Walker. The left wing 3. No! Oh, we had a buzzer beater at the end of the first half of the women's game. That one off the inside of the iron by Brandon Walker, and the collective groan of nearly 7,000 at the brick. All right, not perfect, but some good moments. We're at halftime. Grizzlies leading the Bobcats 49-40, and the Bobcats have a hole to dig out of heading into the second half. We'll step aside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Grizzlies 49, Bobcats 40 at halftime. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence. The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up,
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
We're at halftime at the First Interstate Bank broadcast positions. Grizzlies leading the Bobcats 49-40 at halftime. What an electrifying ribbon chop house shoot for cash. Another $1,000. He hit a half-court shot, and he did it early, so he had like 7 opportunities at the full court overhand throw. Got decently close once or twice. Also almost took out Grace Lawrence and Trisha Binford, who are about to do an interview on the telecast. That was electrifying, but did almost take out my co-host for the Bobcat Insider TV show.
Yeah, don't be doing that. But I will say, there was a couple years ago where that $1,000 or $10,000 shot went in, and this place, I thought it was going to explode.
Yeah, that was tough. That was good. But Grace got out of the way. They had the rest of the Bobcat, or the Learfield Bobcat Sports Properties team down there playing some defense. All right, speaking of defense, didn't see much in the first half. Grizzlies 49, Bobcats 40. Cats made some shots, but boy, the Grizzlies were raining everything home. 6 of 11 from 3. They ended up taking, how many is that? 6 extra shots over the Bobcats, and in a lot of ways, they were the aggressor in that first 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think that was the thing. Aggressor is a great way to put it. The Cats go -5 on the turnover margin, which cost them 8 points. They go -3 from 3, which cost them another 9 points. Like, everything about this statistically, if you did not look at the Montana side, you'd say, oh, the Cats are playing fantastic. But if you watch it, you say, it's not going that way. Stats are lying right now. Montana is playing more physical. They're playing tougher. They're getting the hustle plays. The offensive rebounds are 5-2. Everything is going their way. And frankly, Montana State is fortunate to be down 9 at the break.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll get you some more stats, and we'll get you caught up on the First Interstate Bank out-of-town scoreboard in a bit. But first, a timeout from First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Grizzlies 49, Bobcats 40 at the half. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
My name is Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe at the half. The Bobcats trailing the Grizzlies 49-40. We've got a legendary Oblivious cam going on the video board right now. They just crossed over 70 seconds, and I don't think this guy has any clue. The fans next to him know, but he is locked.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a friend next to him who's going to nudge him.
No.
So he is locked with the one-finger text. Could take him an hour to send that text.
Well, they're about to approach. They just passed 90 seconds. There it is. And he gave a gentle wave. And now he looks slightly embarrassed, puts the phone down, and moves on. That was good stuff. That's one of the longest ones I've seen. That was over 90 seconds.
Pretty solid right there.
Is someone you know taking dangerous shots? Opioid addiction can start quietly and take over fast. Know the signs so you can protect your friends and family and connect them to help. Find out how it helps save lives. MT.org. Montana State shot 58% in the first half, 3 of 6 from 3, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. All the three-point field goals are sponsored by Wendy's. Bobcats had 4 assists on 15 makes, all assists sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services, but 6 turnovers by the Cats led to 10 points for Montana. The Grizzlies shoot 53% from the field, 6 of 11 from 3. That's the really concerning number. Montana 9 of 11 from the free throw line. They also had 8 assists to 1 turnover. Tajon Sawyer 10 points, Kai Johnson 10, Malik Moore 9, Joe Pridgeon 9, Brandon Whitney 5, Money Williams with 6. For the Bobcats, 10 points by Brandon Walker. Pat McMahon had 8. He really had a high usage in that first half. He got to the line 4 times, hit all 4 free throws. Zephyr had 7 points. Patterson had 5. Mullins had 3. Ugbong Polo had 5. BJ Cawley had 2. Bobcats out-rebounded by 1, but they're down 5-2 on the offensive glass following the first half. Bobcats trailing 49-40. And Brian, this in so many ways could have been so much worse. In a lot of ways, it also feels like kind of the season. You can look at it glass half full or glass half empty going into the second half.
Yeah, it's a really good point. You know, this is either incredibly frustrating to give up 49 points and 6 of 11 threes and turn the ball over everywhere, but you're down 9. And you've got 20 minutes to do something about it. And the way this team has kind of played this year, they seem to have one half where they're a little better than the other. And can that be tonight? Can they have a second half where they outscore Montana by 10 or more and get out of here with the win? The way these games always seem to play, too, is that was all offense, 50. Everybody's shooting over 57%. And we'll go into the second half, and both teams will shoot 30%, and they'll be just grinding out possessions.
Walker 5 of 9 from the field. Patterson 2 of 3. Zephyr 3 of 3. Ugbong Polo 2 of 2. But if the Bobcats can limit some of their turnovers, they'll be in much better position going into the second half. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, we'll get you caught up on the rest of the Big Sky. Grizzlies 49, Bobcats 40. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Open your new Stockman Bank account anytime, anywhere with online account opening. Now, you can open an account in minutes on your laptop, tablet, or mobile phone. It's convenient, simple, and secure. Open your new account today at stockmanbank.com. Then add our online and mobile banking services so you can manage your money when, where, and how you want. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Need a little home makeover to get through the last few weeks of winter? Kohl's is having a big sale so you can give your home a reset. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save an extra 15% on so much to refresh your space, like stylish decor, cozy pillows, convenient storage, and so much more. So hurry to Kohl's to snag your savings before the secret's out. Select styles. Kohl's Rewards 15% off coupon valid through March 2nd. Must be a Kohl's Rewards member. Exclusions apply. Visit a store or kohls.com for details.
Back to First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Bobcats trailing the Grizzlies 49-40 at the half, coming up on the start of the second half. But before we do, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State basketball.
AM 1450, KMMS, and K236CY Bozeman. 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe with the Cats down 49-40 at the half. Other scores from around the Big Sky. Northern Arizona defeats Eastern Washington 87-67. Weber State beats Portland State 60-58. Northern Colorado pulls away late. They beat Idaho 92-74. And Idaho State now has surpassed the Bobcats in the standings. They are 8-7 after an 83-66 win against Sacramento State at home. We'll take a break. When we come back, the start of the second half. Grizzlies 49, Bobcats 40 in Cat Griz 310 on the men's side of the hardwood. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built. From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins-Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins-Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
Start of the second half is upon us. Grizzlies 49, Bobcats 40. Brian, what do the Bobcats have to do to get this thing over the hump and seal a big-time win in front of a big-time crowd?
Yeah, I think it's nothing's changed. They've got to do the job defensively first and foremost, but then the offense has got to convert and be much more consistent. They got to take care of the basketball and get good shots. I also think they just need to knock down a handful of threes. That gets the crowd into it, gets him fired up, opens up the paint for Brandon Walker. Just a little bit of everything, but you've given away a little bit of margin for error with that 9-point deficit at the break.
Bobcats went 3 of 6 from 3 in the first half. Grizzlies went 6 of 11 from 3. Malik Moore working it down to the block, back out to Moore, up to the top for Whitney, around to Johnson, lob to Pridgeon, back to the basket against Lekalot, posting up, slings it out, 8 to shoot. Johnson has it, works his way with a spin move, 5, into the lane, 4, and he traveled. Oh, how about Zach Payne, former assistant at Montana. He is up and fired.
Yeah, it's a really good defensive stand right there. And the help by Ogbong Polo, that's what Montana did to Montana State in the first half. Help on the drive created turnovers. Bobcats pay them back one here to start the second.
These are the games that define your season and define your career. If you want it, it's there for the taking. Down 9 at the start of the second half for the Bobcats with the ball to our right. Ogbong Polo lost it out of bounds, and it's going the other way. Another turnover by the Bobcats, their 7th.
Yeah, and again, penetration by Ogbong Polo. Help comes from the wing. He doesn't handle the help. Turnover. That's been consistent theme for the Bobcat turnovers. They have come on dribble penetration.
Montana with the basketball to our left, still looking for the first score of the second half. We got an offensive foul. Joe Pridgeon just picked up his second foul. Bobcats coming back the other way, down by 9. Just like you said, Brian, after the offensive first half, all defense in the first 60 seconds of the second half.
Yeah, both teams are focused in on trying to do a better job on that end of the court.
Walker hands it off to Tyler Patterson at the top of the key. He has the dribble, throws back to the left wing. Lekalot slices into the lane, hop, stop, up, and blocked from behind, recovers it, kicks it out to the left corner for Walker with 10 to shoot. He spins inside as he draws the foul. Oh, he was going to the rack, ready to electrify this place and rattle the rim. But Malik Moore picks up his first foul, and the Bobcats will reset the shot clock to 20.
Yeah, and the Cats draw a couple early fouls. You never know when foul trouble or the free throw line can be a factor, but good start to the second half for Montana State there.
Walker down to the baseline, gets underneath and lost it. It is out of bounds, staying with Montana State. As it hit the bottom of the backboard, touched last by Tajon Sawyer on the block.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was touched by Tajon Sawyer, but I also don't think that they are going to call a foul on it. So instead of calling a foul, they just give the Bobcats the ball back.
5 to shoot. Ogbong Polo from the free throw line. Bricks it off the window. Rebound Montana. Both teams have started over from the field in the second half. Pat McMahon, Jade Mullins ready to check in.
Yeah, same as the first half. Early substitutions by the Cats.
Malik Moore in and out on a right wing 3. Bobcats clear the rebound. Zephyr slows it down, running the offense for Montana State. Giving to Ogbong Polo with the Cats down by 9. 18 minutes to go in the ballgame. Zephyr working out at the top, crossing over against Whitney, down to the right block, kick out, Lekalot, right corner, 3 ball, book it. Sam Lekalot playing in his final Cat Griz in the regular season, making it count with the 3 ball, his first points of the night.
Yeah, I like Sam. Again, matchup-wise, he's the best matchup we've got on Pridgeon. Can take some things from Sawyer as well.
Johnson a drive and a kick. Pridgeon open right corner 3. That's no good. Bobcats clear the rebound. Pridgeon does a lot of things well. Shooting the 3 ball is not one of them. Brandon Walker had a steam. Euro steps inside, floats it up and in. Brandon Walker so assertive tonight, and the Bobcats score the first 5 points of the second half. Down by 4, 17-10 to go in the game. Grizzlies with the ball. Whitney guarded by Patterson. 2 of the mainstays over the last 5 years. Out to Kai Johnson. He's on the drive to the rack, high off the window and in with a right-handed layup. Kai Johnson with a dozen.
That guy just every time in this series this year, when they need a bucket, he just takes it to the hole hard and finds an easy deuce.
How was he stashed at D2 for so long? Patterson over the left wing for Zephyr. Turns the corner. He's going to the rack. Reverse layup. He got it to go off the glass. What English from Bryce Zephyr.
Yeah, with the left hand from the left side. Not sure how he got that thing even on the rim, much less the fall, but big play cuts it to 4.
Malik Moore weaves to the free throw line, picks up the dribble, bounce pass underneath, and it got tipped but recovered by Sawyer. Pass to the cutting. Pridgeon rises and slams with a 2-hand dunk. 53-47, Grizzlies leading, 16:05 to go in the ballgame. Zephyr against Whitney, down to the right baseline. Left around a screen to the mid-post, into the lane, draws a bump, and they're going to call a jump ball. Pridgeon got in and grabbed it. It's going to stay with Montana State, and we are going to take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 15:58 to go in the ball game. Grizzlies 53, Bobcats 47. We got a good one in front of one of the best crowds of the year. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
Join Champs New Kids Club, presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $40 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/champskidsclub. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Everybody flexing it out up on the video board. 15:58 to go in the game. Grizzlies 53, Bobcats 47. Montana State hanging around, landing a few body blows, but they haven't really brought that avalanche yet.
Not yet, but you do like the fact you're at home, and if you get this thing tied up or start building on a small lead, this crowd will carry you through it, but you got to not always be behind, and right now they have trailed wire to wire.
Montana State's been hitting their shots tonight. 3 of 6 from the field overall in the second half, 56% in the game. 1 for 1 from deep from Sam Lecolot in the second half. All three-point field goals sponsored by Wendy's. All right, Bobcats have the ball after a tie-up. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Bryce Zephyr is underneath the basket. He will inbound. Zephyr looking to get it in. Finds Walker. Pump fake. Lays it. Got it to go. Brandon Walker has just been so cerebral tonight. Knows exactly where he wants to go. Has not complained or pouted when he's gotten fouled without a call. And he's been decisive to the tune of 14 points tonight.
Yeah, really good show by B. Walk.
Zephyr a reach-in foul as Kai Johnson was driving in. That is the first foul. Oh, no, they gave it to Jay Mullins. First foul on Mullins.
And the thing for Walker tonight is that his physicality has played through. He has been willing and able to take body blows, give body blows, and that's something that this front line with Pridgeon and Sawyer, you got to be willing to do.
Monty Williams has it out on the right wing with a dribble. Hit a couple of threes in the first half. Out to Johnson, around to Sawyer, back to Johnson, left wing, 10 to shoot. Up to Sawyer, still beyond the arc. Working on Walker, poked free, recovered, 5 to shoot. Don't get too aggressive here, 3 to shoot. Sawyer just jacks it up, airballed it. Brandon Walker, a clap of the hands. Brandon Walker's bringing some stuff right now. He is elevating his game as we get deeper into this rivalry brawl.
Yeah, and the Cats forced 3 turnovers here in the first 5 minutes of the second half after just a single turnover forced in the first frame.
Handoff, Lecolot down to the right block, goes up through Sawyer, banks it good and one. Waves his hands in the air, gets the juices flowing at the brick. That's Sheridan Sam, the heart and soul of this 3-time Big Sky champion Bobcat squad.
And that's what college basketball is going to be missing here in not too long. This is a fourth-year senior who bleeds blue and gold. He's a guy who's been around forever. He's like Brandon Whitney on the other side, and those guys are becoming rare air, but in a rivalry game to have a guy like Sam Lecolot who's been around, been there, done that, huge.
And he hits the free throw. 6 points for Sam Lecolot. It's rare, but it's still going to be out there, and it's going to be one of those things that is a competitive advantage if you can build a program with that continuity.
No doubt about it. 12-4 run to start the second for the Cats.
And the crowd is to their feet with the Bobcats down by 1. Grizzlies with the ball to our left. Sawyer kick out to Moore on the right corner. Step back, 3 balls up. Silences the crowd, puts his finger to his lips, and shushes the Bobcat contingent. Oh, that's a big-time shot from one of the big-time players from the first-place team, the Big Sky. Sam Lecolot at the top, working on Patterson, throws to Tyler Patterson, his 3, in and out, and a foul. Great effort again by Sam Lecolot. He was boxing out as he went up for the rebound, got a clean forearm shiver to the lower back from Austin Patterson, who just picked up his 3rd foul, and the Bobcats will maintain the possession down by 4, 14:30 to go in the game.
Yeah, you like the second half right now, the way that this is shaping up. Cats just, again, need just a quick run. Get yourself the lead.
Into Patterson, goes up through contact, got stripped, and out of bounds, staying here with Montana State.
Good little back cut right there by Tyler Patterson. Everybody's thinking he's coming out to the arc. Back cuts to the rim, good feed. Griz recover well and take away the little layup.
Zephyr lobs it out to Lecolot. Still plenty of time on the shot clock as the Bobcats go to work, down by 4. Out to Walker at the top. Handoff for Zephyr. At the top of the key, Zephyr behind the back dribble to the elbow. Thrown out to Mullins. 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. No, but a foul. Kai Johnson banged into Jay Mullins. Just missed the 3, but Mullins will go to the line for a trio of attempts at the charity stripe. Second foul on Kai Johnson, and the Bobcats send the 3rd best free throw shooter in the country to the charity stripe.
You know, it felt like in that first half that the Cats lacked some composure when Montana was throwing body blows. The Cats just didn't respond well. Well, starting the second half, those body blows are going the other direction, and what you're seeing is Montana losing their composure. Foul on a 3, foul on a drive, complaining about calls. Big difference, it feels like, just in what the teams are bringing to the table right now.
Mullins misses the 2nd after hitting the 1st. That is his 5th missed free throw all year in 68 attempts. Had a stretch of 37 straight, knocked down over the course of 2 months earlier this year. Next free throw is up. And good. 5 points for Jay Mullins. It's 2 of 3. We got a 1-possession game. Future head coach in his own right, Zach Payne, is up and loud. He is as fired up as anybody, the former Grizzly assistant.
Foul on Zephyr out front there is going to quiet the crowd a little bit. He tried to sneak around the backside and take it from Money Williams, but got a little too much skin.
14:05 to go in the ball game. Grizzlies 56, Bobcats 54. Montana State has not led at all today. Kai Johnson is the dribble at the top. Turns the corner, gets into the lane, knock free, it's loose. Lecolot down onto the floor amongst other maroon jerseys. We got a whistle and a tie-up, and it's going to take a couple of guys to get in there and shuffle the deck of bodies underneath. And that was Sam Lecolot, 1-on-2 against a pair of Grizzlies.
Yeah, it's kind of Sam right now who's setting the tone for Montana State. Brandon Walker did a little bit of that in the first half with his physicality. Now Sam bangs a 3, has gotten on the glass, drawn a couple fouls on the floor right there for a loose ball. That's the Sam we love to have around Bozeman.
His days at the brick are numbered. One more game at home after this one. 11 seconds on the shot clock for Montana. They had the era of the tie-up, setting up the offense. Whitney out on the right wing. Crosses over to the free throw line, gets into the lane, turns, hooks, got it. Leaning in and putting it home with a little floater. Brandon Whitney, 7 points. Now underneath, McMahon lays it up. That's no good. Could not finish underneath, and here comes Montana. Moore around the screen to the top. Weaves to the elbow. His pass underneath, tipped by McMahon, recovered by Montana. Brandon Whitney on the weave, into the lane, kick out. Money Williams, catch and shoot 3. That's no good. Rebound, Montana State trailing by 4 with the ball. 13 and a quarter to go in the game. Mullins hands it to Lecolot at the elbow. Wants to get rid of it, now turns the corner down to the right block. He's posting up against Pridgeon, backing in and backing down. Goes up through contact and draws the foul. That was some good patience by Sam Lecolot. The foul is on Joe Pridgeon. That's his third. And Sam Leckelot will go to the line for a pair with the Cats down by 4.
So often the aggressor gets the benefit of the doubt, and right there Sam was clearly the aggressor and got Pridgeon in a little bit of foul trouble. Not desperate, but 3 fouls with 13 to go. Don't mind that.
It's enough to think about if you're Pridgeon. Free throw is good by Sam Leckelot. He's got 7 points now. 3 rebounds tonight, playing in his 129th career game with the Bobcats, approaching 500 career points, over 300 rebounds, over 50 blocks, about 40 steals, and over 100 assists.
Pretty good career right there, man. And what it doesn't show is the toughness, heart, grit, all the things that Sam has brought to the table throughout his career, both on game night and every day of practice.
Second free throw is no good. Leckelot splits the pair. Bobcats down 3. Grizzlies with the ball to our left. Under 13 minutes to go in the 310th. Cat Griz on the hardwood. Moore to the rack. Lays it high off the window after beating Ogbong Polo on the first step. And Malik Moore continues to add. He's got 14. Back to a 5-point lead for the Grizzlies. Hand off to Ogbong Polo. He turns the corner, stops, throws it back out to the top. Jay Mullins directs traffic. Mullins crosses over on Money Williams, spins into the lane, goes up, lays it. Good and one. Jay Mullins into the patented spin move. Takes a whack on the forearm and finishes with a float. Sam Leckelot barking as loud as anybody else. And Jay Mullins going to the line trying to complete the 3-point play.
Yeah, Big Max, when Sam handed it off to him, Max drew 2 defenders. Sam was wide open on the roll, didn't see him, threw it back top. Jay Mullins found a way to get it done.
Free throw no good. Leckelot the rebound. Back up. Knocked out of bounds. Staying here after he got mauled. And the Bobcats will inbound. Regardless, offensive rebound in a 1-possession game. MSU down by 3 with the ball.
Yeah, and it's all about Sam right now. He is the guy. He's making all the plays. Huge hustle play on a missed free throw. How about a guy going after a free throw when the 3rd best free throw shooter in the country is at the line? You're never thinking that thing's not going in.
Caught by Leckelot in the inbounds. Handoff for Mullins. He lets it fly. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. And they're calling a foul. Kai Johnson-Moore lost his balance around Leckelot. The boos rain in. Oh, that's a sweet sound. And the first foul on Leckelot.
Yeah, I thought Kai might have flopped there. He just felt a little contact and went to the deck, but not an unsmart play by a crafty guy.
Yeah. And the legs were slightly tangled up. But the home crowd is doing what they're supposed to be doing. Whitney bounce it out to Jedkins out on the right wing. Handoff for Kai Johnson. Thrown back to the left wing for Moore. Bounce down to the left baseline. Here's Sawyer against McMahon. Big body banging around. Up to the top for Whitney. 5 to shoot. Whitney against Mullins 4. Whitney to the free throw line. The jumper rattles in and out. Back in again. Brandon Whitney at the end of the shot clock. Just when the Grizzlies needed it. One of the great players over the recent years. Brandon Whitney, the bucket when they needed it. Here's Mullins down the right baseline with the Cats down by 5. Mullins doubled, kick out McMahon. McMahon to the free throw line, into the lane. Gets rid of it to Jay Mullins, 8 to shoot. Mullins to the free throw line, thrown out to Ogbong Polo. He's open for 3. Way too strong. And the rebound grabbed by Montana after Leckelot just got undercut by Judkins. And now Moore the reverse layup. No good but a foul. Judkins took the worst of it. Both coaches are upset because Leckelot landed on Judkins after Judkins undercut Leckelot. And I think they're going to take a look at this thing. See how they want to play it out. Either way, we got a break. Yeah, they're going to look back at that collision between Leckelot and Judkins. 11 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the game. Grizzlies 62, Bobcats 57. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, But we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Need a little home makeover to get through the last few weeks of winter? Kohl's is having a big sale so you can give your home a reset. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save an extra 15% on so much to refresh your space, like stylish decor, cozy pillows, convenient storage, and so much more. So hurry to Kohl's to snag your savings before the secret's out. Select styles. Kohl's Rewards 15% off coupon valid through March 2nd. Must be a Kohl's Rewards member. Exclusions apply. Visit a store or Kohl's.com for details.
Hey, Bobcat fans, your support through the Bobcat Collective powers NIL opportunities for our Bobcat student athletes, helping them thrive on and off the field. Join today and make a real impact. 11 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the game. Grizzlies lead the Bobcats 62-57. They just took a look at that last play. Leclerc got undercut by Jenkins. Probably should have been a foul on Jenkins, but Leclerc landed on Jenkins' head. It was pretty gnarly. He's up, and hopefully he's okay. I mean, you don't want Big Sam landing over your shoulders like that, but they don't add anything. Everything's all good. However, Montana does have free throws because of the foul by Pat McMahon in transition, so free throws coming for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and the Cats just keep getting these segments where they get it to 3 or 2, can't get closer than that, and are giving up something on the other end, and a lot of that's been penetration. Last time it was Whitney just eyeing it up and going one-on-one. Then they get a little thing in transition right there, and Moore is going to get a couple free throws. And all of a sudden, Cats could be down 7 again.
Largest deficit tonight has been 11. The Bobcats have cut it to 1 earlier in this second half. Free throws no good by Malik Moore. Malik Moore takes an extra beat. He's an 80% free throw shooter. He was frustrated he missed that one.
Yeah, Jay Mullins missed a pair already tonight, so either way, that's surprising. The best shooters on the floor for both teams are not connecting.
Moore splits the pair. He's got 15 tonight. Bobcats trailing by 6 with the ball, 11:05 to go in the game. Pat McMahon into the lane, spins left shoulder, lays it off the glass and in. He just took Kai Johnson to school.
And he had Tajon Sawyer coming over to double team. If he missed that, Brandon Walker was going to have a putback dunk.
10 points for Pat McMahon. He's got now 28 in the 2 games against the Grizzlies this year. Oh, what a brutal foul call. Brandon Whitney just jumped into Tyler Patterson. I mean, it's been pretty decently officiated tonight. Patterson was straight up. Whitney jumped into his arm. I don't know what else you could do if you're Patterson. That's a big call. It's his 3rd foul.
Yeah, there's not much Patterson could do, but the officials are going to give that to the offensive player. Again, it's the aggressors getting the benefit of the doubt. Griz have been the aggressor the last couple possessions.
So Whitney goes to the line looking to complete a 3-point play, and he does. Brandon Whitney in his final regular season Cat Griz having a big-time night. He's got a baker's dozen, 13 points for the 5th-year senior out of Mission Hills, California. Zephyr down to the right baseline. Picks up the dribble, needs an outlet, and finds Walker out of the right wing with the Bobcats down by 7. Bounce pass to Pat McMahon. Puts it on the floor, into the post, down to the right block, working on Kai Johnson. And he lost it, loose on the floor, and Montana takes it away as the Bobcats turn it over for the 8th time tonight.
Yeah, it's a bad possession right there. Pat McMahon trying to do too much, nothing there. Just kick it out and live to fight another day.
Bunny Williams lobs down to Sawyer on the right block. Kick out to the left corner. Kai Johnson is open for 3, and it's good. That was one heck of a pass by Tajon Sawyer. Double team down to the right block. Finds Kai Johnson in the left corner, and the Grizzlies have built out a 10-point lead with 9:50 to go in the game.
Yeah, 4 straight makes, a little 9-2 run, and Montana is in a good spot, up 10 again.
Walker in deep, doubled, kicks it out for Mullins. Back to Walker, bobbled it, recovers. Walker out on the right wing. 1-on-1 against Sawyer. Spins down to the right block. Steps into the lane. Fall away, Jay. Way too short, and he got bailed out on the foul. Walker goes down hard. It was Brandon Whitney. It was the right call. Whitney got way into him. But not a shot you would expect to fall in very often. Brandon Whitney with his first foul. Brandon Walker going to the line. And it's starting to get late early with 9:33 to go in the game. Grizzlies 69, Bobcats 59. Sam Leclerc getting ready to check back in. He might not come back out the rest of the night with the way he's been playing.
Yeah, I don't think he can, honestly. I think he and B. Walker are going to have to play quite a bit. And Bobcats are going to have to rotate through some of their perimeter guys, but they're going to have to start banging some shots after getting stops.
First free throw's no good. Bobcats now 11 of 17 from the free throw line. This game is brought to you in part by the Montana State Fund, covering Montana's workers with workers' comp and safety know-how. Workplace safety, you're naked without it. More at safemt.com. Coach Logie explaining how to officiate a basketball game, what is a foul, how many fouls have been in the game, and Walker airballs the free throw. So it'll be Grizzly basketball with a 10-point lead, 9:33 to go in the ball game. The Grizzlies on the cusp of completely taking control right now.
Yeah, this is their moment. They have a chance here to extend this lead with a couple more possessions. Cats are on a thread. They need to take care of the basketball on offense, and defensively got to get stops.
Whitney draws the foul on Mullins and is going to the line as he makes the shot, and a three-point opportunity as Jabe Mullins picks up the foul, his second.
We said pregame the Cats needed to hold Montana under 70 points. With 9:21 to go, they're at 71. So the defense is not happening at the way that it needs to happen, and Montana celebrating as they come off the floor at a timeout.
So again, a timeout here called by Montana State, and we will take a break as well. 9:21 to go in the ball game. Grizzlies 71, Bobcats 59. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly. That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
Real milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. Montana's got some free throws coming up here. 9 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the game. Grizzlies 71, Bobcats 59. Bobcats got it down to a 1-point deficit, but the Grizzlies hitting their shots now. The Cats getting a little bit cold.
Yeah, there's no question. The Grizz are on a bit of a tear here, and Cats have missed some free throws that have cost them dearly. The Grizz right now, 13-4 run to build this thing up to 12. And Montana State's got plenty of time in one sense, but they don't have time to waste. They got to get stops, and they've got to convert offensively. Got to bang a couple shots and get their momentum back their way and finish this thing strong.
And Brandon Whitney, the fifth-year senior, chose to come back for that extra season of eligibility. Has been the guy the last couple trips down the floor. He's been the aggressor, has drawn a couple of fouls, and is heading back to the line right now. Bobcats were down 53-52, so they were right there at the 15-minute mark. Since then, over the last 6 minutes, now down 71-59.
Yeah, and Montana's 5 starters all in double figures, and then Money Williams has got a couple threes off the bench. That's all they got off the bench is 2 threes, but the Bobcats have been unable to stop Brandon Whitney, Kai Johnson, and Malik Moore.
Brandon Whitney with 16 points. Brandon Walker now with it down to the right block for the Bobcats. Backing in on Sawyer. Weaves through the double team, still has the dribble, spins left shoulder, lays it up, good and one. Took the bump as he tumbled to the hardwood, still able to float it home with a little bit of touch. Walker to the line looking to complete the three-point play. He's got 16.
Yeah, now he's got to convert this thing and get him back into a 10-point game.
He came into this game tonight knocking down 75% of his free throws over the last 4 games. 0 for 3 tonight. Free throw is no good. Mullins the offensive rebound. Back up, no, but he draws a foul and will head back to the line. Tajon Sawyer just picked up another foul. That's his 4th. He just picked up 2 fouls in the span of about 2 game seconds.
No doubt about that. And now James got to make him pay for those mistakes and make a couple free throws and get this thing back to 9.
Mullins hits the free throw comfortably. Walker seemed a little frustrated, almost just reading body language. Logie looked like he was kind of pumping him up a little bit, giving him some direction. Back to a 10-point game, chance to get it back to single digits with 9 minutes to go. Cats are right there. So much of this game has been a microcosm of the season. Mullins hits them both. 9 points for Jay Mullins tonight. Grizzlies with the ball to our left. They lead 72-63. Whitney into the lane, has to kick it out because of the defense by Lecolot. Kai Johnson on the drive, cut off by McMahon. Kick back out to Moore. Left around a screen, lob underneath, knocked free by Brandon Walker. Picked up by Pat McMahon, pushing the tempo left to right. Weaves into the lane, he goes to the rack, he lays it short but draws the foul. And Pat McMahon will head to the line. 3rd foul on Malik Moore, and that is how you turn yourself into the aggressor if you're Patrick McMahon.
Yeah, and the Bobcats forced their 4th turnover of the second half, 5th for the game, and are able to turn that into points on the other end. And that's been the difference in this game, is conversion from turnovers into points.
Oh, free throw's no good. The Bobcats under 50% from the line to the second half. It's a rivalry game. You can't leave 7 points at the charity stripe and a half. Next shot is up, and it is good. Bobcats, by the way, 8-5 leading on the offensive glass now after trailing that category in the first half.
Yeah, they haven't given up an offensive rebound in the second half. 6 is it.
Grizzlies with the ball, lob into the post. Pridgeon slips free, makes the catch, and dunks it home with 2 hands. He's got 13 into double figures. Ten-point lead for the Grizzlies. 8:10 to go in the game. Brandon Walker has it out high. Into the post. McMahon makes the catch. Kick out. Lecolot. His 3 ball's no good. Hit the side of the backboard. And Montana has the rebound. Had a bad angle there in the corner.
Yeah, he got a little bit deep there. He's got to give himself a better angle to shoot that shot. But he knows that as a senior. It's not like he didn't know that for a long, long time.
Money Williams into the lane, turns, hooks it. No, Jay Mullins wins a physical rebound against Joe Pridgeon. Thrown ahead, Zephyr has it out on the left wing, comes around to screen. Spins down on Money Williams. Throws it out to Mullins, his 3 ball is up. Bang! Jay Mullins from deep on the left side. Bobcats are coming back. They're going to have to use that long-range shot.
7-point game. So they've cut 4 points off this in a minute and a half. They got to continue that trend by taking away penetration.
Mullins has a dozen after that Wendy's 3 ball. Ty Johnson hands it off for Money Williams. Bounce pass underneath. Pridgeon makes the catch, picked up by Walker. Slings out to the right wing. Bad pass, he turned it over. Tried a baseball pass from the left block to the right wing. The Bobcats force another turnover, and MSU will have the ball down 7 with 6:59 to go in the ball game after this timeout. A break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Grizzlies 74, Bobcats 67, 6:59 left in the game. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
I was diagnosed in 2010 with bipolar 1 disorder. It took me a while, but I had to surrender to that fact.
At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, we recognize mental health as the foundation of well-being. This is why we partner with advocates like Jason DeShaw and others who spread mental health awareness across the state and beyond.
I've learned that I cannot do this alone, that I have to reach outside of myself for help.
Learn more about Jason's story at bigblueskyinitiativemt.com.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, mobile banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Down Pump, who pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up, yeah.
Bobcat basketball is brought to you by Kendall Ford Lincoln of Bozeman, a proud sponsor of Montana State Athletics. From your seat at the game to your driver's seat, enjoy every minute. When you're ready for something new, get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. 6:59 to go in the ball game. Grizzlies 74, Bobcats 67. MSU needs a win today to get over 500 in conference play for the first time this season. And Brian, it's been kind of an infuriating night. We've seen some ceiling, we've seen some floor, and at the end of the day, 7 minutes left with a 7-point deficit in the ball.
Yeah, I mean, they're forcing turnovers or they're giving up buckets on the defensive end. There's kind of no in between. And then offensively, they're shooting 50%, but they're also shooting 50% for the free throw line. So this is, as a lot of coaches will say, this has been a trip to the dentist, and we're 7 minutes to go, but at least if we walk out of here cleaned up, we'll feel better about life.
Yeah, well, let's find out. Everybody else sitting in the dentist chair together, 7,000 plus, getting a teeth cleaning. Bobcats with the ball down by 7. Sam Lekelot in the mid-post, kicks it out to Zephyr. Dribbles left to the wing, between the legs, gets the free throw line, throws out to Jabe Mullins. He's on the drive, gets into the lane, to the rack, lays it, good, and one. Are we calling it and one? They're counting it. And one for Jabe Mullins. Fouls on Kai Johnson, his third. And Jabe Mullins with one heck of a finish. His ability to get to the rim in the second half has been a sight to behold the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that right there, that was a great take by Jabe Mullins. That's one of the few times I've seen him this year be that decisive and aggressive as he went to the rim and cut this thing to a 4-point ball game.
He's got 15 points now, which is what he's been averaging the last 6. Everybody to their feet. Logie slapping the hardwood. Bobcats down 4. Grizzlies with the ball. 6.5 left in the greatest rivalry in sports. Whitney into the lane. Shacks it up. No good. Lekelot the rebound. McMahon had the defense. Bobcats with the ball down 4. Zephyr into a double team. And his pass intercepted on the baseline by Kai Johnson. Tough turnover there by the Bobcats. Oh, and then a ticky-tack foul. It's not necessarily a bad call. Zephyr, his second foul. Kai Johnson knew he was there, had him in his hip pocket, orchestrated the foul.
Yeah, it's a headsy play by Kai Johnson. It makes you think about in football, you know, when you can't do an unnatural movement like a defensive lineman.
Right.
He did an unnatural movement and drew the foul as a result.
Second foul on Zephyr, a 1-and-1 here for Kai Johnson, and that is good. Johnson had 10 points in the first half, now 5 in the second with another free throw on the way. Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites, proud sponsor of MSU Athletics, the Montana State Alumni Association. Free throw's good. Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com today. 6-point lead for the Grizzlies. Bobcats have the ball to our right. 6 minutes left. Jabe Mullins has it at the top. Steps up for 3. That's no good. Lekelot the O board. Handoff for McMahon. Rises and rattles the rim. A two-hand slam by Pat McMahon.
And if that doesn't get you fired up as a Cat fan, Nothing's getting you fired up on top of Kai Johnson.
Out to the right wing and a foul. Money Williams with the pump fake. Pat McMahon bit on it again and then tripped up Money Williams. McMahon now has his third foul and more free throws now for Montana.
Yeah, just not a smart play there. Pat McMahon a little juiced up after the flush. Got to control those emotions when you go to the other end. Make Money Williams hit a shot over your extended arm. Don't buy the pump fake.
Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. That's something McMahon has done a lot. He has been biting on a lot of those shot fakes.
Yeah, you know he blocked a lot of shots in high school up in Alaska, but down here Division I, that just doesn't play. Keep your feet, make him hit shots.
You wonder if that's a little bit of that touch and feel that isn't all the way back after essentially missing 2 years. Second free throw is good for Money Williams. He's got 8, 6-point lead for the Grizzlies. 5:30 left in the game. Zephyr gives it to Lecolot. Bobcats have not led today. Now to Mullins, up at the top. Gets it to Zephyr, out in the left wing. Bounce to Lecolot. He works his way inside, goes to the rack, lays it home. Sam Lecolot saw his opening and took it. 9 points for Sheridan Sam.
Cats have held the Griz without a field goal for over 3 minutes as they've made this comeback.
Now we got a timeout. Pridgeon's banged up. He's favoring that left leg. It should be a timeout. DeCure did call one, right?
Yeah, he tried to. He was about to. Jedkins was the one who was hurt.
Yep.
Pridgeon checks in for him, but looks like it's going to save DeCure a timeout as he'll be able to just call the play from the side.
Serving all your garage door needs, StoreTech is raising the door on quality. 5 minutes left. Grizzlies with the ball. 4-point lead for Montana. Whitney hands it off. Gets it back to the right wing. Whitney to the elbow. Penetrating into the lane. Kicks it out for Money Williams. Tries a contested three. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. It's loose on the floor. Lecolot with a diving save. Bobcats with the ball. They slow it down into Lecolot. Down to the block. Kick out right corner. McMahon turns. Kicks it out. Left wing. Three. Patterson. No. Foul on the floor. And they're calling it on Sam Lecolot.
And he threw Kai Johnson out of the way to go after that offensive rebound. So the call is good. It's going to stand, and Bobcat faithful won't like it at all.
And it'll walk Kai Johnson all the way down the floor for a 1-and-1.
And that three right there by Tyler Patterson, you can't get a better look. That was the one to blow the roof off the brick.
Oh, man. I would have sent gold into the atmosphere. Johnson hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Montana hitting their crucial free throws at the pivotal point in this game with 4:30 left.
Yeah, 8 of 9 in the second half. 17 of 20 on the night. 85%.
Johnson hits them both. He's got 19. At 25 in the first meeting. Cats back down by 6 with 4:25 left. Cats have been tantalizingly close throughout the second half. Lecolot over to Mullins on the right wing. Takes it to the elbow, throws out to the right corner. Here's McMahon on the drive into the lane. McMahon leans in with the left hand, banks it home, and one. Draws the foul on Money Williams, and Pat McMahon is going back to the line for the Bobcats.
Man, the Cats keep fighting. The offense is rolling right now. The flow that they've got going with Sam as the only big on the floor has been tremendous.
Bobcat basketball presented in part by your locally owned McDonald's restaurants. Download the app and earn free food. Order from anywhere and even skip the line with convenient curbside pickup. The free throw is good. Pat McMahon completes the three-point play. He's got 16 after he hung 18 in the first meeting. One possession game. Everybody to their feet. 4:05 left. Grizzlies 80, Bobcats 77. Whitney on the drive, cut off by Zephyr. Up to the top for Kai Johnson. Takes it to the left wing, weaves to the free throw line, spins, stops, leans in. Good and one. Jumped into Zephyr's arm. He drew the foul, banked it home, and he's going to the line as Zephyr picks up his third foul. The Grizzlies finding a way to get to the stripe in the most crucial of moments. Our final media timeout in Cat Griz number 310. 3:52 to go in the ball game. Grizzlies 82, Bobcats 77. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Loaded tortilla soup is back at Qdoba. Savory veggie broth packed with flavor from tomatoes, peppers, onions, and spices. Enjoy loaded tortilla soup in a bowl or crunchy tortilla shell with your favorite protein and craveable toppings. That's right, the soup sensations fans have been raving about has returned. But not for long, so get it while it's hot. Loaded tortilla soup is back at Qdoba. Order today at Qdoba.com or in the app.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
Bozeman Spirits Distillery, craft distilling award-winning spirits since 2014. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
Montana's Ribbon Shop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. 3 minutes, 52 seconds to go in the ball game. Grizzlies 82, Bobcats 77. What a wild swing the last 10 minutes or so. Cats were down by 1 at about the 15-minute mark. Then they fell behind by 12, the 9-minute mark, and now they're back down by 5 with just under 4 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, lots of time still to play, but you got limited possession. So each possession is valuable. They've got to score, get stops, get a little momentum, bang a couple shots. This crowd is just dying to get them over the top. I was at a rivalry game last weekend where the home rival did not get a lead until 7 seconds left. They led for exactly 7 seconds but got the W, and that would be a wonderful thing to see tonight.
Look, the Grizzlies have had a couple of times, a couple of chances to try to land the knockout blow tonight. Haven't quite done it yet. Free throws, no good, and the Bobcats have the basketball. By the way, the replay monitor is down right now, so anything that needs to be reviewed in the next few minutes, they will be unable to do so. Like-a-lot has it out at the top of the key. Handoff for Mullins. Works his way down to the left block. Back to the basket against Kai Johnson. Surveying, 10 to shoot, backing down, backing in, spins left shoulder, hooks it up, missed it off the back iron. Rebound Montana, an empty possession for the Bobcats. They've got the replay monitor back up and working now. Brandon Whitney has the dribble up at the top of the key for the Grizzlies with a 5-point lead. 3 1/4 left. Whitney to the right elbow. Throws over to the right wing for Kai Johnson. On the drive, leans in, off the glass and in. What a take. 21 points for Kai Johnson. And the Grizzlies on the cusp of a knockout blow.
Yeah, Cats need to convert right here to keep it tight.
Zephyr into the lane, draws the foul before the shot got whacked down to the left block. The foul is on Kai Johnson. That's his 4th now with 2:54 to go in the ball game.
Okay, you might like to see him get fouled out the way he is just taking the Cat guards at will to the rim. They just give him a little too much of an angle, and he gets in there. He's got a great first step, and when he gets in there, it's money.
Such great body control inside, too, man. He's got great hang time. What a player. Kai Johnson.
How good was Western Washington with him and
P.J. Cawley, yeah. Free throw no good by Bryce Zephyr. That is a rock in the shoe for the coaching staff right now. Zephyr again. No good. He missed them both, and Montana has the rebound. The Bobcats are 9 of 18 at the free throw line in the second half. It's not good enough. Whitney down to the mid-post. Throws to Pridgeon to the top with 2:40 left. Another bucket or two could put this thing on ice. Kai Johnson has it in the backcourt, or at the top of the key, rather. Works his way to the free throw line, puts up a floater. No. Offensive rebound by Priebe, and another 20 seconds will come off the clock for the Grizzlies. Whitney backs it out. Now puts a head of steam on to the free throw line. Runner is up, rimming, no. Got his own board. Nobody boxed him out. His putback is good. 9-point lead for the Grizzlies. Timeout Montana with 2:20 left.
Yeah, 2 missed free throws followed by an offensive rebound putback. Does not put Montana State in a good position here. They're going to have to really get creative and score quickly, get some stops, because this is not where you want to be, down 9 with 2:20.
And again, tonight, there's been moments where the Bobcats, they look like they could win this game. They've had some moments of momentum. There have been chances in this game, and Bobcats have been unable to take advantage of those. A loss today would put the Cats at 7-8, which is good for a half game out of that, having to play in the first day of the Big Sky tournament.
Yeah, unfortunately, their last couple of games should be games they can get, but they're going to go to Portland State with a pretty dire situation. They'll be a game back of Portland State for 3rd, all the way down in 5th, but a chance to sweep the season series, hold the tiebreak, and be in that kind of situation. But with 2:20 to go here, you'd love to find a way to steal this thing late.
The unexpected happens every day, and we're about to see some of the unexpected. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. Grizzlies 86, Bobcats 77. And the Grizzlies hitting some shots late. Their ability to penetrate has been infuriating at times. Kai Johnson, Brandon Whitney have been able to buy plenty of real estate in the paint tonight.
Yeah, and it's like you said, this is just a representation of what this team has done all year. Great stretches, frustrating stretches.
McMahon on the drive, goes to the rack, and draws the foul as he went to dunk it. Priebe livid, doesn't matter. Priebe picks up the foul, his 4th. 2:08 to go in the game. And Pat McMahon, after a quick attack, gets a chance to go to the line, where it's been quite a bugaboo over there in the second half.
Boy, and that finish would have been huge. Not only momentum, but just a 3-point play here. Get the old-fashioned way. You have to earn them at the line.
Free throw is good. 17 points for Pat McMahon. He has shown up in the 2 brawls this year. 18 points in January. 17 points now with another free throw coming. And he's got 18. He knocks it down. 7-point game. Grizzlies in front. 2:05 left. And the Grizzlies have the Bobcats on the ropes. Whitney out of the left wing. Backs it out. Takes it back to the 3-point line. Crosses to the mid-post. Throws out to Money Williams. Bounce pass to Priebe. Working on Lekalot. Kick out to the left corner. Here's Malik Moore for 3. That's no good. Bobcats have the rebound. Montana State down 7 with the ball. 1:40 left. Can't have any empty possessions now. Mullen to the top. Puts it on the floor. Spins on Johnson. Goes to the rack. Floats it short. He's going to the line. Kai Johnson commits the foul. And he has just fouled out with 1:33 left. Kai Johnson going to the free throw line for 2.
Boy, back-to-back possessions, though. You could have had and ones. This could be a 3-point game with a couple finishes. Cats could cut it to 5 with 2 Jabe Mullins free throws, but they're going to have to continue to get stops on the other end.
Things been close all night. Mullins hits the free throw. What a final stretch in Jay Mullins' 5-year career. Worked at St. Mary's for 2 years, then Washington State for 2 years. A pair of NCAA tournaments, 2 NITs in his career. This free throw is good. 17 points for Jay Mullins. 5-point game with 90 seconds left. Can the Bobcats pull a rabbit out of a hat?
I don't know if they can give up any more field goals. Going to need a stop right here.
Whitney has it against Tyler Patterson, 2 of the longest tenured players at their respective schools. Whitney, 7 to shoot, to the free throw line 5. Kick out to Austin Patterson 4. Pulls up at the elbow 3. Out to Moore 2. Moore down to the right baseline 1, and a shot clock violation. And the Bobcat defense capitalizes at a crucial moment. 1:02 left. MSU with the ball down by 5.
Yeah, 100% have got to get a conversion here. Cut this to a one-possession game. Then you can play defense. You don't have to foul. If you do not score, you have to foul right away.
They're checking something here.
They're just adding a second to the clock. 103, now 102.
Montana's River Chop House has been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. We hope you'll be our guest at one of our Montana locations soon.
I will tell you, with Kai Johnson fouling out, if Montana State could force overtime, you have to feel good about your odds with one of their better players not going to play.
Zephyr to the left wing, hands off for McMahon. He gets down to the right block on Money Williams, pivoting in, lays it up. That's good, and one. Pat McMahon showing up when you needed him most. The Bobcats have life in the final minute.
Convert a free throw here. Now you can play defense. You got to get a stop, but a stop gives you a chance to force overtime or go for the win.
Money Williams has committed his third foul. McMahon at the line, puts it up, left it short. Rebound Montana with a 3-point lead, 50 seconds left. So they can take it down to about the 20-second mark if they shot it at zeros.
Still a one-possession game with a stop.
Here we go. Brandon Whitney out of the right wing. Has the dribble now with 10 to shoot. He's on the drive. He lost it. It's loose. Picks it back up. Kicks to the top. Money Williams with 5 to shoot. Money to the free throw line. Oh, and he got fouled by Jay Mullins. Mullins reached in late at the very end of the shot clock. Oh, tough foul committed by Jay Mullins. Just not what you wanted to do there. It was a foul.
Yeah, it was a foul, but it's a little bit of an inexperienced whistle right there to make that call. Wasn't enough contact with 27 seconds left in this environment to draw that. It's a 2-shot foul, even worse.
Third foul on Mullins. Money Williams to the line. 78% from the free throw line this year. And the first one is no good. What an atmosphere. What a place. What a moment. What a crowd. Tejon Sawyer in. Bobcat faithful doing absolutely everything they can. This crowd has filled up their own box score this evening. Money Williams, crunch time free throws in a rivalry game. Second-year sophomore makes it. Oh, ice cold. Timeout Montana, 4-point game with 27 seconds left. So again, the Bobcats are still right there. 87-83 Montana with 27.3 seconds left. So, Brian, how do the Bobcats have to play it down by 4?
Yeah, I think you'd love to just get the quick 2 here, cut it to 2, and then hope for a miss. But the other way to play this is to go for the 3 and know that for sure, no matter what happens at the free throw line on the other end, you've got a chance to win or tie. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach goes with here. He's obviously got a pretty good shooting lineup out there. Do you get Pat McMahon going downhill, and if he doesn't have anything, kick out to guys? That'd be kind of my call. Put it in his hands, see if he can make a decision. If he doesn't have something going to the rim, find somebody open, knock down a shot, and Bobcats still have got a couple timeouts they can use on a make.
2 timeouts for the Cats, 1 for the Grizzlies. Well, and look, if you want to try to get a 3, the Cats have gotten to the line multiple times the last few trips down the floor. Here comes MSU. 25 seconds left, trailing by 4. Out to Tyler Patterson, around to the left wing for Mullins, 20 seconds left, then Zephyr left sideline, 18. Zephyr on the drive, down to the left block, 14. Bounce to Leckel at the top, 12. Around to McMahon, 10. He attacks the rim, he lays it, good, and 1. Pat McMahon draws the foul again. Joe Pridgeon picks it up. That's his 5th. 9 seconds left. McMahon to the line for the Bobcats down 2.
Anything to get to overtime now. Pridgeon and Johnson won't play. Montana's deep into the bench. Please just let Montana State get this thing to overtime. Don't even have to win it in regulation. The extra 5 minutes are going to go your way if you can find a way.
The fuse is lit at the brick. The Free throw is up. McMahon left it short. Montana has the rebound. The Bobcats have to foul. Now they did, I believe, get Tajon Sawyer, the big man, but he's 76% from the free throw line. A 2-point game, so you split it with 7.7. You still got a decent shot here. 2 timeouts for the Cats, 1 for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, the Cats right now 0 for 4 from the line in the final 3 minutes. That is hard to fathom. They're going to need some help here. Tajon Sawyer has got to miss 1.
He's a good free throw shooter for a big man. That's good. 1 more for the potential dagger. Sawyer had 10 points in the first half. That was his first point in the second half.
Surprised the Cats don't ice him with a timeout.
Sawyer dialing it up again to make it a 4-point game. Is up and good. How about those clutch free throws? 7.7 left. Bobcats down by 4. Zephyr makes the catch, takes it to the top of the key, works his way into the lane, puts up a runner, rimming, no. Mullins the board, back up, no. And time expires and the Bobcats lose 89-85. Oh, tough gut punch by 2 great teams, and Montana State once again has lost by a razor's edge against one of the top teams, the top team in Big Sky play. Bobcats fall to 7-8. They are 12-16 overall this year, and the Grizzlies have now won 9 straight, their longest winning streak since their last Big Sky title in 2019. Montana 20-8, 13-2 in conference play in first place, and Travis DeCure ties the program record for career wins at the University of Montana. We'll take a break. Bobcats fall 89-85 against the Grizzlies. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Great houses start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage with Sarah Kelzer and team at Rate. She is Bozeman's trusted mortgage specialist with 20 years experience that knows the neighborhood. We have great rates and personalized home lending solutions, and our decisions are made quickly so you can move into your dream home sooner. Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Call Sarah at 406-580-6604 or apply online. Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. NMLS number 400361.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in-store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University in the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Bobcat Basketball has been brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality, Montana State University, Mountains and Mines, and by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, this is Bobcat Postgame.
Gut punch basketball. Bobcats lose 89-85 against the Grizzlies tonight. We're on the Ribbon Chop House post-game show now, and before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
AM 1450, KMMS, and K236CY Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe, and this is the post-game show brought to you by the Ribbon Chop House, home of premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs, all served in a casual atmosphere. We'll take a break. We got plenty to get to. We'll talk with head coach Matt Logie, and we'll break it all down as the Bobcats fall 89-85 against the Grizzlies tonight. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years, it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built. Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Bryant, whatever it takes. Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning. Carrier, turn to the experts. Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time. Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces. And NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins-Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins-Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Back on the Ribbon Chop House post-game show. Painful day at the Brick. Grizzlies win it 89-85. It's a tight one. Montana led for most of the night except for the first minute or two. And Brian, the Bobcats, they have the pieces, they have the talent to win a game like this, but there wasn't enough execution. They missed some free throws, and Montana made the winning plays.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to who's going to make plays, right? Because this is not a thing on paper. I mean, you have both sides have the ability to win the game late, and Montana made the plays. They made the plays early. They threw the first punches. They got the lead, and then they basically sat on it all night. Montana State got it to 1, 2, and 3 multiple times, but once the Griz established a 7-0 lead at the start, they never gave it up.
With this 4-point loss, Montana State is now 3-12 in games decided by 7 or fewer points this year. All right, we're taking a break on the Ribbon Chop House post-game show. Montana beats Montana State 89-85. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Grotto Meats, handcrafted charcuterie, fine butchery, and award-winning smoked meats, sustainably sourced in Montana, creating delicious new takes on classic favorites with local ingredients and a chef's ingenuity. Grotto Meats preserves the best of Montana in every bite. Visit the Grotto Meats retail shop located at 611 North Wallace in Bozeman. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. Also at local retailers and restaurants. Shop online at grottomeats.com, Instagram, and Facebook.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids. And adults can also be kids. And new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
We're back on the Raven Chop House post-game show. Bobcats falling today 89-85 against the Grizzlies. Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe, joined now by head coach Matt Logie. Coach, great atmosphere, great crowd, good game overall in this one. But as you look at the final stretches in this game, what were the moments to you that really stood out that kind of turned the tide and decided this one tonight?
Well, I just, we came up a little short in just a couple small detail areas. You can't miss 11 free throws in the second half, and beat a good team that's shooting 80% from the line. And then, we cut the lead to 3. We kind of have a silly foul in transition where we trip over them. And then, we get the shot clock down to 3 seconds, and we get our hand in the cookie jar. And, those are 2 possessions that end up in 4 points for them that, are pretty critical in the last 3 minutes. But, I liked our guys' fight. Both teams, really couldn't keep the field goal percentage below 50. And I don't think it was for lack of effort. It was just, a lot of good players, a lot of good basketball being played. But, we had some and one opportunities where the ball didn't go down, and then you got to go earn both at the free throw line. Those are 2-point, lost opportunities. And so, I feel for our guys that their effort was certainly there. I thought we played better than the first time. But to beat a good team, Montana makes you pay when you make mistakes. And so you really have to limit the mistakes. And I thought we had too many times where, guys are driving to their right hand, which we know that they want to do. And at the end of drives in particular, we weren't disciplined enough to keep them off the foul line in those situations. Some definite things to learn from.
Felt like this was a game of a lot of ebb and flows. They threw some punches early. You threw some punches. Just felt like the aggressor kept shifting from bench to bench. Anything from your mind that leads or led to that?
Well, I know that's one of the things we talked about at halftime was just being more aggressive, having more ball pressure, being more active. Certainly that they had their ebbs and flows in that regard as well. But again, like this one came down, to the free throw line and then just some end drive discipline and couple plays here or there.
Offensively, Coach, second half, 45 points. It felt like other than free throw shooting, the offense did really get going for the second 20 for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, we shot up almost 54% for the game, and had 3 guys in doubles and almost 5 guys in doubles. So, we did some good things. Just you got to step up and make free throws, and you can't, you can't give them gift possessions when things are, that tight.
Coach, appreciate the time. Talk next week.
Thanks a lot.
All right, that's head coach Matt Logie. We're taking a break. Bobcats fall 89-85 against the Grizzlies. More of the Ribbon Chop House postgame show after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or design.